Dreamers coming to you live on a late stream.
The late stream is also what I call taking a piss right before I go to bed.
Of course.
I feel like that's a weird thing to reply, of course, too, because I feel like that's not of course.
It's off course, would you say?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. I mean, I probably wouldn't put it exactly that way my own druthers, but it's not far off what I would think. So what's the quest today?
What's the quest today?
What is the quest today?
The quest of the day. Marina Diamondis left off, having discovered
when we last left our hero.
We needed to discover the root cause of this Fighters Guild member being cursed to sling obscenities, and the answer is a witch, of course. So you must go verily and defeat her by chopping her feet off, presumably, and then return with the elixir, which will solve the problem of our compatriot. So, I have done all of the jerking to that space off screen, because it would have been boring as fuck to watch. And... let's post here. Live, the late pre-birthday stream. Now I have a question for you, Max. The game that you hate and definitely haven't played. What is your favorite guild quest line, or otherwise favorite quest line that you've played?
I've only done 2 quest lines. Well, I've only read up on 2 quest lines, and not played at all because this game sucks. Those being the Thieves Guild and the Mages Guild. And between those 2, I would actually go for the Mages Guild.
You like gathering ingredients?
I mean, there's like 2 gathering ingredients quests in Balmora, and that's pretty it. The rest of them are far more interesting. But every single quest in the Thieves Guild is walk into someone's house and take a thing.
That's fair.
So it's pretty easy to beat that in terms of interestingness.
Yes. Have you tried any of the great houses?
With all due respect to the people of Morrowind, which is none because they're all bastards. They're all bastards.
Hold on. Important note here. Hi, Madeline. Are you aware that we have begun streaming to like one person?
No, but it's okay.
All right. I feel like I'll make a note of that in the chat. But yes, hello. Welcome to the Journeys of Marina Diamondis. Very, very Italian name, to be sure. How's it going?
How do we solve a problem like Maria?
Presumably with liberal application of force.
So, she kill you?
No, I'm going to bring death to the enemies of the Emperor. Forthwith, forsooth. Haha. Oh.
Forsooth.
Verily. If you are fain to entertain. Now then. Last time on, or rather, not depicted on. Hello, Plague Dubs. How's it going? Good evening. We see a cave, a dank cave with mushrooms, torchlight, very aesthetic, and, of course, the cavern of a true academic, which is to say, 2-story cave, cauldron, some books, some stuff left out on papers, light scattered everywhere, and
How can I help you?
here is Margia Sakura, and here is her, you know, bookshelf. She's got her apprentice's calcinator. She's got a nice little setup here. Nice little, you know.
Apprentices.
Academics wouldn't just leave the candles burning directly next to the, books without supervision.
I mean,
Also, I'm gonna talk some shit real quick on this apprentice's calcinator.
yeah.
Fucking get a better calcinator.
Yeah, she's also got an apprentice's alembic. To be
You
fair,
know how much it costs for a proper calcinator? You unthinking
I do.
wine.
I've taken many off of people's corpses.
yeah, and you know how to.
And I'm sure they were very upset about being dead and having their calcinators taken.
Indeed, but
Maria seems like the type of person who will kill a person for their
I'm
calcinator.
doing good plague. Yeah, so she is the kind of person who puts a curse on a Fighters Guild member, and now, because I have joined the Fighters Guild, I am here to set that right. So, Magia, what business brings you here? Please make it quick. I'm a very busy alchemist. Ah, yes, well. Tell me, madam, do you care to discuss the matter of Photius' curse? But first, if I may, admire your brow. What are you after, Imperial? Come now. I mean, the cut of your jib. I mean, oh, fuck. Take some money. There you go. Yes, for,
We're sophisticated than School of Diplomacy.
Yes, you see, I've got up to 78% disposition, so... Community Diamondus has a way with words and coin. Now then, let's discuss Photius' curse. Photius, was he the brute who knocked over my ingredients and tracked mud into my cave? I'm sure Valbon is having a great time
mud
inside
in your
him.
cave. How could that possibly happen? You must be very upset.
Hey, dirt floors were surprisingly clean, if treated properly.
Yeah, but caves are literally made of water and earth.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, normally the floor of a cave is stone, so, it's less muddy than the dirt floor, which, generally you still wouldn't want to track mud onto.
All I'm gonna say, there is actually in a Warhammer Fantasy, one of in Bretonia, not France, the sumptuary laws are so extreme that peasants aren't allowed to build their houses out of stone because stone is a noble material, only for the nobility.
But that makes perfect sense. How dare those peasant swine seek to ascend to the heavens using stone?
But there's actually a loophole that one city that's in sort of the mountains between it and the Empire. It's in this very rocky area, so most of the peasants' houses are just carved into the rock. It's not made of stone; it just happens to be in stone.
Feels like it's made of stone to me. We should probably just, destroy that mountain, or only allow nobles to live there.
amazing.
Well, I think it's actually encouraged by the local nobility because reasons. But that's the loophole they get. I think you're not even allowed to have wood floors, or maybe you have to have special dispensation to have wood floors. You have to be a good peasant. You have to have straw floors most of the time.
Yeah, indeed.
That whole section is wild. 10 out of 10. Read it.
Indeed. So, she says, I'm sure Valbon is having a great time inside him. Oh my. He thinks I'm a witch? Ha! I am Magia Sakura, the greatest alchemist on this side of the theater.
It's Pat. Hello, Pat. We're on stream. Just FYI before you say anything mean.
She's gonna make it meaner now.
Well, yeah, that's why he warned her.
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
sorry,
I know
I had
Pat
you
was
muted.
about to say something very terrible about the Belgians.
Here are my thoughts about the Belgians. The fucking cunt.
Wow.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're live.
Oh, maybe I should
Well, that's
save
good,
that
though.
for later.
Honestly, no, that's fine. The Belgians are bad. Here, the Belgian waffles aren't even that good. I mean, they're good, but they're not that good.
Yes.
Belgian waffles actually suck. I've had a lot of them before. They're just awful. Actually, I hate all waffles, all of them.
What?
Belgian in particular are the worst. Waffles bad.
Do you also hate pancakes, or is it just the shape of the waffle?
No, I don't like pancakes either. But at least they're not as hard to make, and they're a lot less arduous to clean.
Indeed.
Well, what I'll say actually is, I feel like waffles and pancakes are slightly different, even if the batter is exactly the same. It's just because the pancakes are being contact heated on all sides with the waffles. It gets a significantly different sort of texture.
I'm not a fan of how crisp waffles get for their flavor, because like if I was eating something crisp, I would want it to be sweeter. And waffles aren't sweet unless you add maple syrup to them. And then if you add maple syrup to them, they're fucking soggy, not crisp. Okay? And if you add chocolate to them, which is the only
it's a
good
timing
way,
issue, much like cereal. Like, you should add syrup to a quarter of the waffle at a time.
No, that's false. So the waffle is helpfully divided into cells.
Well,
what you do,
syrup, not the other random one.
This is brilliant. This is the best solution. A waffle is helpfully already divided into cells, much like a spreadsheet. You add the syrup to one cell, cut out and eat that cell, and then repeat that process for all like 40 whatever cells in a waffle.
Right. All right. But that still doesn't answer.
Cut out the middleman. Cut a bit of the waffle. Put it in your mouth. Hold it in your mouth. Open your mouth.
You could make
syrup into your mouth.
You could make a better pastry. You don't have to eat a waffle. It's like you're trying to fix something that's inherently broken.
Next time we meet, I'm going to shove a waffle in your face hole.
You're trying to fix a piece of equipment and then retrofit it to fill a niche or to perform a duty that it just wasn't made for and isn't good at. Or just, anything at all in particular, really. Waffles are disgusting little things, and they're empty calories on top of that.
I mean, most American breakfast is empty calories.
Yes. Which is why I don't generally eat breakfast.
I mean, I don't generally eat breakfast.
I have very strong opinions on breakfast foods, and they're all negative. Fruit bowls are the only good fucking breakfast thing.
You're saying that because you're a fruit, Pat. Also, I just realized, I don't know how long I've hardware muted my mic, but hello. Yeah, did you guys hear me? I assumed you were all just talking over me every time I was doing the dialogue.
No, you were muted. I was like, it's been a while since Lee said something game-related. Well, maybe he's just decided to be bound by the force of Pat and Max's irresistible personality.
No, I was like doing the dialogue. So yes, Photius' curse after I have...
It's good to be able to monologue for a little bit without being interrupted.
Photius, was he the brute who knocked over my ingredients and tried to mud into my cave? You heard that because we had a whole fucking subsection about it. I'm sure Vauban is having a great time inside him, if you know what I mean. He thinks I'm a witch.
I honestly don't know what she means.
I am Magus Ikora.
Is it like a gay guy? Is it a gay demon?
It's a demon. We don't know the demon's sexuality. We'll have to go find that out.
All demons are gay.
I mean, it's pride. It's definitely a gay demon. The greatest alchemist this side. She says, I am Magus Ikora, the greatest alchemist this side of the theater. I'll make a deal with you. If you agree to find out who placed a bounty on my head, I'll give you a potion to cure your precious Photius, and we'll even train you in alchemy for a price. Now, I can either help her, or I can shank her. But if I shank her, that actually doesn't help me cure Photius. The person who can do it is now dead.
And she won't train you in alchemy then.
Yeah.
I'll also say, this gay demon, can you describe their body to me?
They're demons. They can look like whatever you want them to look like.
Well, they're going to look a really particular way when you see them pop out of... No, I'm going to force feed this man a potion, and the demon is going to jump out. So Maria Daemonis, though, is not swayed by the Daedra.
So I can see what the demon
is. No Daedra could be.
A moment to open the stream so I can see the demon.
You're not going to see the fucking demon until I'm done hiking back to town.
He has to go do a quest for this woman, and then she'll give him the potion, and then the demon will pop out for him to kill.
Actually, wait a minute. So she's giving me an uncursing potion already?
Oh, that's weird. Don't pay up front.
Excellent. Take this potion, force it down his throat.
Conmen who inhabit this world.
Be ready for a battle. I can't think of any Daedra who likes to be evicted forcibly. Come back when you find out who wanted me dead so badly. So, if you agree to find out who placed the... Alright, so... Yeah, I think there's a catch to this somehow that I vaguely recall from the quest, but I don't know exactly what it is. Standard restore fatigue, but she's given me the uncursing potion already. So thank you there, Margia. The only thing I can talk to you about is Solstheim. So I will leave you as is. I think I had hoped to get her disposition to 100 at some point and just be like, hey, you like me, right? But unfortunately, you can't get around this quest that way. You can get around some quests that way if people just really like you. But yeah. I am now going to hike back to the city. And the reason I did the thing where like I arrived at her cave off stream is because you notice how like this is an environment with like a person to talk to and things going on, some interest.
Question. Hiking back to the city. Between streams, I believe you got Recall and Mark. Well, I believe they both.
I could not successfully cast either of them. I have a 4% chance on either of them. And
oh my god!
I got 3 casts per.
I was about to say, I feel like it's a betrayal of your character to even have those spells. But I'm gonna be honest, given that they're impossible for you to use, I love it. It's even better because them being there reminds you of the fact that you can't use them.
Indeed. So we find ourselves hiking because this shit is all the way over here. If you try and follow the instructions, you'll never find this fucking place. All the way over here. Over hill and dale and deep, like mile deep, like glacial carved fissures in the land. I'm probably gonna have to drink a potion of rising force, aka levitate, to get back. But yes, we're gonna go get the demon. We're gonna appraise the sexual desirability. Marina is not going to appraise the sexual desirability of the demon. I'm going to slay it, this foul beast. But yes, after forcibly evicting it, because that's what the Legion's all about, forceful evictions. We're on the right side of history. That's our motto, the Ruby Ranks. Now then. Oh my, more mushrooms. Oh, Velk, Max, I want you to rate this world building.
Okay, tell me what I'm rating.
You're about to see them. The Velk. So, you see the dog-like things with the leggies and the white hairs hanging under them?
Give me a moment.
They also make a very unique sound you won't be able to hear if you don't have the stream audio on.
No, I do not.
I mean, we kind of can't, because then we just be hearing doubled. It's very irritating.
True.
What is this regarding, Citadel?
And we'd also be communicating with you at a 30-second delay, which would be irritating. To be fair, it is irritating to see you describe a thing and then I have to show up 30 seconds later on stream. But
look at these like bug dog boys, the Velk. So these
could go into change stars. Look like that.
Yeah. They have sacred nectar, which can be turned to like a special drug after they've been milked for their nectar. And this
is very
drug,
Mirai homeworld.
Yeah. This drug lets you see ghosts and commune with the spirits of the dead, the ancestors. Which ancestor worship involving necromancy is very important to the Dunmer. So, House Indoril, the most religious of the great houses, strictly
necromancy, you say, as a proud member of the Mages Guild, I kill necromancers. Except for there was one person they told me to kill who they thought was a necromancer, but I don't think they were, so I just let them go.
My, well, I don't know about you, but I definitely always follow orders. Just very interpretively. So maybe you just strategically permitted them to retreat in the opposite direction. Thus removing the necromancy from the region.
Just like the pharaohs of Egypt.
Indeed.
No, I mean, it is funny because, like, all of the inscriptions always claim victories, and it's like, okay, so if you won that battle, then why was your next battle fought, like, 100 miles in the opposite direction?
Ah, yes, we claimed victory and they just happened to walk home. Felt like it, you know. Someone had an event coming up. Wanted to go. Heard there was a nice tiki bar in Cairo. You know, just had to go check it out.
Amazing.
Are there any nice tiki bars in Cairo?
I'm sure I have no idea what you mean. All I know is that after this is done, I'm going to want a nice bottle of Sir de brandy. A cocktail, I'll have you know there's no such impropriety here. This is This is a way station of the Imperial Guard, by which I mean the vicinity I am presently inhabiting. I also enjoy historical accounts that are like, and then John Robin of the White Company did slew 60 Italoites by way of his bow and arrow, and then drew with his sword and cut free a local lord from his stirrups, and then did mangleth his corpse underneatheth his horse. And like, you know, the person writing this has no fucking idea and hasn't interviewed any primary sources, despite being alive at the time where they could have, and is just making up shit for rich people.
I mean, I feel like making up shit for rich people is the greatest contribution that anyone has ever made, ever.
Greater than that of the rich people. By far.
Yes.
Well, you know, it depends. The guy I'm writing my dissertation on, Claudian, essentially that was his job. He was a court panegyrist who, like, invented the verse panegyric as opposed to that stuffy old prose nonsense. And, you know, he got a statue with an inscription on it calling him a really great poet that said he had the, you know, mind of Homer and the spirit of Virgil. And, you know, his patron got super dead when he fell from political favor and Honorius had him executed. And he never got a statue.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he did marry his daughter to the emperor. He was married to the former emperor's daughter.
Well, a random question, not at all related to what we're talking about. Madeline, what are you seeing Hades Town? Because, like, the more we talk, the more shit I want to reference from it.
It's not until September. It's only coming to Austin for a week in September.
It's ages away.
Well, then talk about it. I mean, it's fine. It's okay to have spoilers. Lots of Broadway shows I see after knowing stuff about them.
That's fair, as long as you don't. I mean, the big thing is, like, it's not really spoilers as much as just, like, there's a lot of theming and metaphor.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the theming and the metaphor is more interesting than the plot, because the plot is just kind of the myth.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't, like, a big twist. It's just, there's a lot of theming, setting, and framing that makes it interesting. And, I mean, the music's good.
I see the most reliable piece of Morrowindish infrastructure, a shitty rope bridge with what appears to be very flayed out ropes to either side. This is truly the backbone of this nation, hence why Imperial might so easily broke it.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be back in a
May
couple
you
minutes.
have a safe trip to the latrine. Do not forget your blade.
So, Max, does Lee just speak like this the entire time?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Sadly, yes.
Sometimes, once I opened a book in-game and just did a straight-up dramatic reading of the entire
Oh,
text.
God. It went on for ages.
Smuggler's Island was
Max,
pretty good.
What was what did you want to tell Lee about Hades Town? Or
There's a particular song in it called "Why We Build the Wall."
Yeah, I've heard the song.
Yeah, it's a good song. I also feel like it speaks to some shit you've said.
Yes. Why do we build the wall, children? And the answer is because our Lord and Emperor, Ariel Septim III, has ordered us to.
We built the wall to keep us free.
Indeed. Now then. Oh, I hear a strange sound, and I am by a cliff. Maxicus, I am begun to suspect...
What about Maximus? There's an actual
It's
Latin.
what the fuck?
Or Maximius, Maxentius, Maximian, like Maximianus, like
Maximianus! Oh, I'm gonna go with a new one each time, but Maximianus could become my favorite. Maximilian, yes, I believe there could be a cliff racer nearby, or some other foul beast of the land. But here's the real question. Are you Madelonius? No, that's not.
No, look, Madeline, I guess it would just be like, well, I mean, it didn't really exist, but Madeline is the French version of maybe the Latin version, like of the Greek Magdalena or Magdalene.
Yeah, I was about to say, imagine Magdalena, yeah.
Magdalena is probably the Latin version.
Yeah. Indeed. A fine spot there, Legate Magdalena. we shall have to go forth with even more staunchly imperial names.
Though I guess really, like, you know, in the Roman world, if you were Roman, then your name was just like the feminine version of your family name, i.e., you know, Gaius Julius Caesar. His daughter's name is Julia. If he had 5 daughters, all of them would be named Julia.
Oh god, I remember there was a thing a video I was watching about some ancient Roman stuff, and there was a guy whose name was like something varicosius, and he's like, yeah, that means like wart nose.
Oh yeah, a lot of the cognomens are supposed to be kind of like funny or rude descriptions. I mean, if you get one from
Imagine
Country to
you
play,
named,
you get like a cool one like Macedonicus or Africanus. But you know, Cicero, you know, the one my cat is named after, Cicero means chickpea. That's the family cognomen.
Oh, there isn't a classic French. It's not a very good car, but it's classic. That is named for the Latin word that I heard it described, defined as the son of a plebeian family who likes eels. Imagine naming a car that, being like,
Yeah.
you know, hey, what's the fuck if you name our car? I know, eel lover.
We know what they were eating at that dinner meeting.
Hmm.
Had it on the brain.
I imagine it was the way they just said it was like the whole thing with French car culture is that they make their cars the least expected way possible. And that what's more unexpected than naming the car after that?
What is less expected indeed than these strange creatures?
They once made a car where the wheels on the left side were further apart than the wheels on the right side.
Now that is clearly nonsensical, because you see, when you need to go chariot racing, you need your wheels evenly spaced. Otherwise, how will your Boticeros be evenly weighted? Oh, we also need to do the quest to get the Imperial Knight his horse. Spoiler warning, it has already been eaten. Aha! I see. The city in the distance. Through the mist and the fog that this land is always coated in. Known by the locals as Dranius distance. The draw distance, no. No, that wouldn't be the dumber name. The dumber name would be like Drahawaba. Distarine. Alright. We come here to the stout bastion of imperial magnificence, and you know this is a sign of imperial rule, because when you gaze upon the gatehouse and turn your eye above, you see a fine piece of statuary looking down upon you with the imperial ruby carved into its chest. I say, it fills me with patriotism and zeal. And also it has begun to rain.
Your bidding, agent?
Gas. Just noxious gas. I feel as though I am cramping for all the gas.
Oh god. Yeah, the level load area is going to give me some trouble on stream. But we have returned now on what is perhaps the most ridiculous entry level Fighters Guild quest conceivable, because what the fuck? That's like that's like a quarter of a Vardenfell I had to walk.
Or, you know, maybe if you didn't suck so much magic, you could have teleported him.
I have a question. Yeah, because when we were making the character, we agreed that wouldn't be in character for Marina.
Exactly, and I still think that was the right decision. I just enjoy it.
I have a question, Maximilian, and there is a wrong answer here. What does this fine statue fill you with?
Lust. I imagine the obelisk as a penis, and the tentacle as a tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it a serpent?
The tentacles. No, that's a dragon.
I mean,
They may be closely related.
Either way, some sort of sexy creature.
Indeed. I dare say it is evocative of the conquest of this land and the surrender to...
of obelisks to dragons?
Yes,
Like,
well, you see, the dragon here, as you can see in the iconography, is the Imperial Dragon. And this obelisk is, what I would take to be...
here.
Yeah, fuck you. You're illegally selling magic goods here. What do you mean I shouldn't be here? I have, I'm a woman of the law, unlike you. And this is, I take it to be an obsidian obelisk, and Vardenfell in particular, more in general, is a volcanic land, and obsidian is a byproduct of volcanic activity. So here we have the dragon grasping the land and crying upwards.
Is it a byproduct of volcanic activity? Because that would imply that there's an intended primary product.
I mean, I think you still call it a byproduct. But, Hawk, you have arrived here in the Fighters Guild. As you can see, it's a very swank.
Smell.
Fighters Guild. What do you mean, maybe?
I see this land suits you.
And here we have our friend, Fotis, by which I mean our employer we've only ever had swear at us. It's time to go give him a little tickle. Now, I'm going to want your fresh opinion, Maximilian. So get ready for that fine 30-second delay. I have addressed
Maximilian twice in a row.
By the way,
you failed in your goal to do a different one every time.
His name is Fotis Locutius. Now then, he says, like a fly to dung, this Imperial cannot get enough of me. Begone, pitiful fly. You've spent enough time here. I'm going to force the witch's potion into his mouth. Ah! What kind of vile liquid is this? I'm being forced from this mortal's body. Sikora, you promised me. Uh-oh, it seems like she's a woman of promises. Additionally...
So I think his name is, like, Fotis is in treaty, or Fotis is in, like, foul, filthy, ugly.
Ah! The beast before me!
It's hard to get a good look. Okay. Yeah, I would fuck.
What? This thing looks like a fucking Slender Man XP.
I would like go out of my way.
This is what comes when you have these soft philanderers who have not done their time in the Imperial Legion. They start to wear satins and
I did my time in the
silks
Imperial Legion. If anything, it'll just make me more horny.
No, you.
I'm sure they have pass around morale bottoms.
And I'll have you know, we beat good discipline and order and sense into
I'm
them.
sure
Standards.
lots of things would be beaten.
Standards, I
agree.
But yeah, wait, what are the two things Fotis can mean?
Treaty or foul and ugly. Loathsome.
I think it might be loathsome. And wait, there's Locutius? Is that like supposed to be like locomotion related?
No, it's related to speaking, like loquor, loqui, locutus. That means basically like about to speak, but it's like a weird form.
Oh, well, he's cursed.
Think of it like living La Vida Loca.
When you first meet him, he is cursed to nothing but yell obscenities at you because the demon is in him.
Yeah, so they literally named him like foul speaking.
Nice. Maria Diamondus, I cannot thank you enough. For days I've been tormented by the beast running through my head, making me say all sorts of ridiculous things. This cannot be allowed to continue. When you got that potion, did you put an end to Margia Sikora? And I'm like, no, because I'm an honest legionnaire. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm sorry it has to be this way, but rules are rules. Someone important hired us to do the job, and you've been tasked with completing it. Besides, every second we delay is another second for her to get revenge on me. Or you, and I wouldn't wish this curse on anyone. Someone important. I don't like you asking about our contracts, associate. Just worry about completing them. As for this contract, I don't know who placed it. This one was delivered by Wraithes some days ago. It's probably from someone in Narcissus. My journal has been updated. Well, he's not going to trek out there and verify it for himself. So I think, here's the real question: Would Marina lie about this? And am I going to go find out who did? Wraithes. Good, my good Wraithes
I feel as though I should know you.
Greetings, says you shouldn't know me. Right, 100 disposition. I think you like me quite a bit. Now then, speak to me, Wraithes. Of
Hey Google. Never mind.
What were you gonna ask Google?
I was gonna ask Google what the temperature is, but I realized that would make Google say where I am.
Sundered Seer.
Which I've done 1,000 times on stream, so maybe I shouldn't give a shit, but I decided,
Orders. So Wraithus is supposed to deliver the information, but I cannot ask Wraithus about the information. My journalist says thusly. Fotis told me that someone in Gnosis probably put the bounty on Margia Sicora. Now, do we think that I have a way to discover who put the bounty on Margia Sicora, or do I just walk back all the way out there and say, hey, by the way, someone in Narcissus, it's a huge city, that is the seat of the most mercantile and cutthroat of the great houses. Have fun. I think that's the real resolution. And honestly, I feel like I'm probably not going to bother because it's not that interesting.
This is why she shouldn't have given you the potion up front.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna leave her in the lurch. Yeah, so Kerosene like a witch. Yeah, I guess you were just kind of me really wanting to come back for that training in alchemy.
I mean, you gotta love some training in alchemy.
Oh shit! So apparently, oh yeah, I remember now. So
it was actually bonus.
The way that you run this quest, is if you go back and kill and like quote unquote kill her, she gives you her broomstick to return with, because she just has a random broom, but people associate witches with them. So, she's like, oh yes, tell them that you killed me and to retrieve my broomstick. And that's that. I am probably not going to make that trek though, because oh my god.
You don't need a broomstick.
Yeah, it's a long fucking walk. And I feel that right now, the most important thing is I must grow more wealthy, healthy, and wise to better serve my liege, my emperor, through his service in the Blades. And I was mostly doing the Fighters Guild quest lines because at one point someone vacates a house in town and you can move in. I would quite like one of these abodes because, I mean, they're pretty fancy.
Okay, why do you need a house in a video game? Like, what do you do with it? You go stand inside the house and then you see the different crappy graphics?
Yeah, so you see, I would rest my head and also dump the great amount of things I have, because at the moment I am at 252 of 265 encumbrance.
Dude, I guess your house could store loot. I think it'd be funny if people like stole from your house and the way you steal from their houses, but that probably doesn't happen.
Company. What can I do?
Most lamentably,
I'm storing all my shit in a crate behind the Balmora Mages Guild.
Oh yeah, no, like my real go-to spot is literally like an obvious trunk, like up against the front of the street in like the poorest part of the city near where all the drug deals and crime go down. But
you are role-playing, therefore you need a proper abode. There is a quest that actually gets you a house.
Yeah, I mean, there's
the house is super inconveniently located.
What can I do for you, friend?
You can also have your own stronghold built for you by.
Yeah, but that's a fucking great house thing. I don't have time for that.
Radio quests. Yes. Yes.
You just have to. Wait, you're a woman, aren't you?
Indeed.
But never mind. You can't do the quest.
Yeah, because of the. Yeah, I know the little lady who's like got the hots for you.
Hello there.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm quite good.
She's not bi because she doesn't appreciate that it's Pride Month.
Yes, indeed. Most unfortunate.
Everyone knows that Pride Month is about denigrating your straight friends.
We all know it's about showing pride in the Empire. Now then. All of these quests that I can think of immediately either involve a great... No, I know exactly where we're going. We are great scions of the Empire. We're going to go visit The keep. Yes. The seat of governance here in Old Ebonheart. Old Ebenheart, even. Actually, that spire is probably made of ebony. Which would make it expensive as fuck. It's like 200 gold per unit.
I feel like that's unlikely, but...
No,
If you care to
the
talk,
only reason I
would
say that
consider
is
it
it's the
a
right color.
privilege.
Because
I mean,
otherwise,
would it be made of obsidian?
kind of, but like in the... Obsidian isn't normally purple. I don't think.
Well, maybe it's porphyry.
Ooh, what's that?
That purple stone. It's kind of like granite.
Oh.
There's a famous statue of the Tetrarchs in porphyry.
Oh, that's probably a lot more affordable. But here we see Castle Ebenheart, a fine bastion of imperial reign and rule. See how it towers into the sky above, looking down imposingly on all it surrounds. Here, situated above the port, very strategic and defensible, and also full of quests. Now then, the last time we entered a religious situation was to discover that there was a plot against the Emperor and the Talos cult in the barracks basement. I'm sure this time nothing bad will be happening in any place to do with any particular religion. But if there is, Marina Diamondis will be there.
If there's one thing I know about religion, it's that it's generally harmless.
Of course.
Name one bad thing that's ever been perpetrated by religion.
I struggle to even conceive. Now then. Do settlement office? No. Here we are on Xanthar's Tower. Hello there, God.
Serve the Emperor and the Emperor's
Along the
Serve the
walls.
Emperor and the Emperor's law.
There are towers devoted to the various 9 divines.
Serve the Emperor
And-
and the Emperor's law.
We're going to stride them. We're going to stride them that will be inspired. By which I
Serve
mean-
the Emperor and the Emperor's law.
Of course, I serve the Emperor and the Emperor's law. I
Your
am
bidding,
boxed in
agent?
by the position of these NPCs on my guide.
Really feels like you're doing a lawful evil playthrough.
Ah, what makes you say
I
that?
don't feel like he's been evil enough, to be honest.
There's,
My intention for this playthrough, when I kind of laid down the precept, was lawful evil. But honestly, I just feel like it's been kind of like
Yeah,
lawful neutral.
except here's the thing: the alternative law in this land is pro-slavery, and like assassination is legal. So when you hold that up against the Empire, which is an occupying force, it's kind of like maybe all the law is bad.
Wait, is this empire not okay with slavery? I assumed it was
It's
like
illegal.
Roman equivalent.
It is illegal in the Empire, but because Morrowind was too hard to take and agreed to an early peace, they were able to keep their traditions.
Include slavery.
And slavery is one of their traditions, so they got to keep it. Although in Old Ebenheart, they have like a Stendar's hostel full of runaway slaves, and they don't extradite them. And there is here actually a former owner who was successfully sued by his slave for his freedom, and the former owner tries to get you to tries to hire you to murder his escaped slave.
Wow. Can you murder him?
Yes, or you can turn him into the authorities, and that is, you know, speaking the not dickbag thing to do. See a notice here? Census repairs notice. Notification of repairs and change of location. The Imperial Census building is currently undergoing important structural repairs as well as an extensive aesthetic renovation. The work is scheduled to be finished in the coming years. For the duration of the repairs, the Grand Inspector's office is located in the Bella's Tower. Well, my, I
Ooh,
see
the Bella's Tower.
a-
That's the
I
sexy
see a
one.
strapping worker up there. Hello there.
Don't just say that as a joke. That's legitimately the sexy one. That's our whole thing.
Tell me, how does this go? Welcome to the Imperial Census Office, or what's left of it. If you have information, business, if you're here to fix the mess these idiots made there, go right ahead. Oh, won't tell me about it. The workers, their head office centers haven't made progress in days. The demolition part went very smoothly. That part they understand. It's everything after that they can't do. The worst part of the rubble is blocking the way to my old desk. There's a very important document on it that I wouldn't want to get into the wrong hands. If you get that document, I'll make it worth your while. Well,
This warm
I resent nothing.
has questions.
Yes, this warm blood does have questions, and you have answers. I resent nothing more than an ill-kept stone structure. So, it is time to get to work.
You resent nothing more than an ill-kept, like, I get resenting an ill-kept stone structure. That's entirely reasonable, but nothing more?
I mean, look, one killed his family, okay? You know, he doesn't like to talk about it.
Indeed. It's quite dramatic. I have removed the fallen platforms here with my pick and axe. The fallen bookshelves. The rubble. The collapse. I cannot repair the floor now. I'm not strong enough to repair the pillar. Oh my.
Oh, you weak bitch.
How am I not strong enough? I have a strength of fucking 53.
Yeah, it needs to be 54, turns out.
Perhaps the strapping lad up top will be able to help me right the pillar. I say, clearly what this place is lacking is good
Piece
order.
of the nine to you.
Imperial Coast Guardsman. Ah, I see you're here, guarding the very strategic coast up here. Allow me to read the census records. Yes, very good. All in order here. Now then. With the dulcet tones of clicking in my ear, I stride forth. And what a fine map of
How
the
can I
Empire
help
of
you?
Damriel. Are you not filled with zeal and patriotism at its very sight, I say? My
I
good
mean,
Dungius
that's not-
Abellius.
Fuck off, fuck off. That's not the Empire. There's several non-imperial provinces, this picture there.
Looks like bad tie-dye from, like, the graphical quality of what I could see.
I'm the
I
former...
want to make it very clear that I don't think the Somerset Isles were ever in the Empire.
No, they were.
They were?
Them breaking away is a series of rebellions. I'm the foreman in charge of the construction operation. If you're here to fix the mess, I'd be happy to have you on my crew. Indeed. I got these instructions from up the chain, and I can't seem to read any of it. Either the pages got a bit soaked on the way over, or I'm going blind. If you know anything about construction, feel free to lend a hand. I won't stop you. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Well, Dundius Abellius, trust me, it is now in good hands, this operation you have here. Now, hello there. My strapping...
May your kills be quick and many.
May my kills be quick and many indeed, my good Mazrol Grow Logdom. Hello, hello. Where did you put your hammer? Now let's discuss this mess. What mess? What indeed? That's the attitude. See it not as a mess but an opportunity. I say, you, my strapping fellow here, you are the epitome of the attitude this empire has always represented, and that is the strength that moves us forward. I say. Good sir, as I attempt to admire you up to 100 disposition as I farm my speechcraft skill. Fine tusks as well, might I say. Your bite is the most under so bites. And your style, I say. Alright, I've got him at max disposition. I wonder if I have a hammer, if I can do better, but here's the Census and Excise building plan, which for reference has been
How
left
can I help you?
in a random corner. Step 1, remove furniture and other valuables. Step 2, demolish floor and support pillars. Heavy black ink smudges run down most of the page. The text is unreadable. Step 15, construction is complete. Report to the nearest supervisor. Well, it should seem that we will just have to improvise and innovate. However, at the present time, I am not presently stout enough.
Could you not ask the person who got this, like the person you were talking to earlier, to be like, hey, what exactly is the construction that's being done?
Well, I mean, he doesn't know. He can't read the directions.
I see here we have a fine group of
Head on.
associates.
Your bidding agent?
Yes, an Imperial Census Office. If you see something bigger, go right ahead. We don't get too many visitors. Tell me about the Imperial Census Office. The Imperial Census Office keeps track of the citizens here in Morrowind, mainly for tax purposes, of course. Tell me, sir, of the rumors. Also, if I may, the woad upon your face is so fine. And your top bun, sir, impeccable. Very in this season, so to your robes. I admire you greatly. Ah, yes, yes. Speechcraft skeleton 50. Oh, shit, I was at 100 and I fucked it up. Oh my god, now he hates me. Fuck. Good day. Yes. Well, hello there, Harold
What's your
Swifto.
story?
Your best clerk seems to have gone insane and taken a very important scroll with him. Yes, one of the best I've ever seen, an Argonian by the name of... I can't seem to remember. In any case, his name should be Shirks His Duty. He was last seen walking into the sewers to the east side of town. I don't want him back here. His insanity would be a liability. I do want the scroll back, though. Oh, that's strange. I wonder if I knew this man better, if he would tell me more about his best clerk. So, sir, your robe, I must say, a fine belt on it, and... Oh, fuck. I mean, good day. So, this is a pretty impressive census office. So, right now, I cannot finish repairing this tower because I am too weak. And this guy's best clerk has run off to the sewers.
You risk your bidding, agent?
Sounds like I am being driven back to the rest of the city. However, I believe there are problems which could be solved entirely in this domain. On my tread, my inspiring tread, across the buildings. But yeah, let's start with this clerk. Hello there, Dekla. Fix the mess. Yes,
Friend.
Ah, yes, here's the hammer. I wonder if hammer in hand... The hammer is very heavy. I'm going to have to put it down in front of me and then walk over to pick it up. Hammer in hand. Could I... No, I'm not strong enough to repair the pillar. Never mind.
I'd love to see it.
Do you have fast travel yet, you dumb bitch?
Hypothetically, yes. Realistically, no.
So
He has
here's...
a 4% chance of fast travel.
I have 4...
Technically, he has 3 tries at it, so he has a 12% chance of fast
But
travel.
remember, both Mark and Recall are separate spells.
Well, yeah, but you can cast Mark as many times as you want because you can just do it next to a sleeping spot. So hypothetically speaking, as long as you're willing to spend as much time as you want on it, you can cast Mark reliably. As long as you're willing to do it near somewhere you can regain Magicka.
Now then, I must endeavor to become stronger of body and mind. I will continue to make my walk of these towers, and in the process, I will seek to be inspired by the 9 divines after which they are named.
8.
8? Oh, fuck you.
I don't recognize Talos.
Here's
It's
Arcane's
an
Tower.
insult to my elven people.
Oh my god, an emperor. Yes, indeed. Helise Rastin. Hello. I am Helise, priestess of Arche. Welcome to our humble chapel. We have an undercroft mortuary, which has been the top of some unfortunate latest rumors. Oh, if you visit the mortuary, please remain tactful. Of course. Surely you've heard the rumors of disappearing bodies in our mortuary? I wish I could say the rumors weren't true, but they are. My good priestess.
Wait, what?
There are disappearing bodies in the mortuary. This is very
My.
awkward for us. Ellipses. The Undercroft mortuary is where our bodies are temporarily kept until they are buried elsewhere. A few months ago, a family from the Imperial Heartland came to bring their legionnaire son home. His body was nowhere to be found. We then opened another coffin, which also turned out to be empty. Bodies have been disappearing for months now, and the guards can do nothing about it. I'll help you. Thank you, Maria Diamondis. Ask the priests in the Undercroft. They might tell you more. Oh, and let me give you this key. It's for the hatch to the sewers. Well, I'm not sure why I need to go there, but thank you for the key.
I like that. Like, there's no explanation for that. Like, oh, you'll need this key to the sewers. I'm not going to tell you why.
Oh, yeah.
You just smell like shit, so I figured you should go back to where you belong.
Amazing.
Yes, now, here we are in the mortuary. We see pewter candlesticks, brass candlesticks, pewter candlesticks, heavy leather boots. These are the traditional mourning heavy leather boots, of course. And down here we have arranged for the mourners just little trays of stuff, little money bowl, and the odd cobweb. Hello there, my good Lius Corsus.
What may I do for you?
Blessings of Arche upon you, blessings of Arche upon you, good sir. You're in the mortuary. I am Lius Corsus, one of the priests tending this place. Here, the recently deceased lie waiting for their families to take them from their final resting place. Indeed,
Or at least they would.
I say, a fine brow, good sir, and a good composure. I say, what led you to your life in service of Arche? Was it your pallor of death, or perhaps your interest in the divine? I truly admire a man of the cloth. cut us a fine figure in those robes. Sir, I say. Alright, 86% seems to be how far I'm fucking getting them. Blessings. Most shrines provide confidence, yes. But, so hello. I know I just met you and all. It was a little bit awkward, but,
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
But, disappearing bodies.
And I'll colonize your baby.
This is the first time I've heard of bodies disappearing. Bitch, the rumors are so common, the person up top is admitting it. What do you mean the first time you've heard of it?
It's a cover-up.
They're clearly not good at their jobs.
But, come to think of it, I suspect washes their scales could be behind this. There's something downright unsettling about that Argonian. Talks to himself. Talks to the dead, even. If you put to Hellis Raston that washes their scales and responds with his ghoulish deeds, I can vouch for that. Sir, I'll have you know that no citizen of the Empire is suspect on the basis of their species. Good day to you, sir, I say good day. Now then.
I don't know. I mean, those Argonians are some tricksy fucks. Maybe you should just.
Oh, hello there, Janav Moranus. I see.
I'm kind of hoping that they end up being the person.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. That would be a funny
Pardon me,
version.
Imperial, but can't you grant a grieving father some privacy? Well, actually, I would like to admire you, both your fatherhood and your grief. They inspire me.
Oh my
and
God.
honestly, since
Lee, you're terrifying.
I thought,
Fucking
you know,
sociopath.
I
I
really
wanna
think
Bring Lee to a party and be like, "Hey, if you can impress this person, you get this sort of thing you want." And he just walks up to them and is like, "I'm my fatherhood, sir."
Oh, my
Your
admiration.
composure is most befitting an individual of your
Oh,
stature,
Fuck.
good sir.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to offer him the big bribe. I don't know. Okay. Yes, here, for your grief, I'm sure you've traveled along. Take another 100 septums. Yes. Fuck. I dug myself into a hole on that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm great at impressing people. Legionnaire, corpses.
See, it's funny though because I've actually taken Lee to like normal parties with normal people, and Lee's really normal. Shocking.
I thought that was Lee.
I would remove normal from every part of the event Pat is describing, but there was a party, there were people, I was present.
Okay. I mean,
I'm-
what
what
was
I mean,
fun.
like, how else would you describe the party?
It was fun.
It's okay, but like that's what I would consider a normal party.
Allow me to admire you, sir. And
I'm going to be honest,
might I
Pat,
say, you're
I'm
something.
actually, for the first time in my entire life, in agreement with Leo for an ambiguous issue. Because knowing you, your definition of normal probably isn't.
Allow me
okay.
to admire you,
no,
sir.
you're
'cause
right.
I
It
must
is like-
say,
it was like a suburban white boy
your
party.
belt buckle really brings out this ensemble, and your coat compliments you as a silver fox, which you have gracefully aged into. Admire fail. All right. Now, I know we've gotten off on the wrong
You
several
called him a
fronts.
silver fox.
But before we
Don't
talk
call
further
people
about your
silver
son's
fox
missing
to
corpse.
themselves.
Oh,
Because
fuck.
that's essentially saying you're old, but I guess you're still hot.
All right, I gotta ask him about his dead. Oh, he's not gonna be happy when I ask him about the. What? I was arrived from Cyrodiil to bring my boy Tindalos back home. I don't know anything about local rumors.
Well, you should definitely go from you're hot for an old guy to so about your dead son.
Tindalos
Hey, you sexy beast! Tell me about your dead fucking son.
came to this
God,
accursed
I
province with the
Give me
Legion.
your children. Also, sorry about your dead child.
Yeah,
God, yeah.
I see you're down one child, my Imperial to Imperial, who get a Star Star. He says he came to this
You
accursed
may
province with
not
the
be able
Legion.
to bury your child, but perhaps you could bury something else deep within me.
Oh wait, you gotta remember, Lee's character in this thing is a
perhaps.
female, is a woman.
Yeah,
Oh.
I could help him make a new
He
son.
could bear his child.
Wow. I
I
think one of the
could
tags for this is analysis. What are we? I guess we're analyzing rhetoric.
Yeah. Tindalo says, he came to this accursed province with the Legion. I never encouraged him to join the ranks. Never had to. The boy had his mind set on adventure. Ellipses. Now I've come to bring my boy
He had his
back
mind
home.
on an adventure, so he joined
It's
a highly
a hideous
disciplined regimented
thing.
military unit, where he would spend most of his time scrubbing the trees.
Thought it would be like the French Foreign Legion, and then it wasn't.
It's a hideous thing.
Oh, the French Foreign
Marina.
Legion mostly is a way for people to get French citizenship
A
by
hideous
war.
thing have to bury one's child. I am going to say, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Kindness has come hard to come by in foreign lands. Can I ask you a question? I don't know what you're asking. Should Tindalos's body is in the coffin? Of course I'm sure. Since body's been going missing, could I believe you. So I have fucked up. I got this guy to a kind of high point and then got him to a low point. I need to convince him to let me look in his child's casket. That's not going to be easy.
Why can't you just look
Kill
at
him.
until he's gone and then look?
Speak.
Well, unlike most
he's here to take
games after this, NPCs don't like walk around and have day cycles. They just kind of stand somewhere forever, which is super dumb. It is somewhat convenient where you can walk into a store at 2 a.m. and the shopkeeper will just be sitting there behind the counter being like,
Also, can I say, Washes Their Scales has like a brilliant purple, like 4-scale scheme on that I don't recall seeing on other Argonians. It's pretty neat. Hello there. A live one, a breathing one. Hello, I am Washes Their Scales. Indeed, I am full of breath and vigor. So to you, my good priest of Arcane, might I say, a fine head ring you have there. In fact, I feel I should rest and meditate on what I've learned from admiring it.
With me, thanks. I feel like you just said you wanted to have sex.
You're too kind, Merinos. Well, you know, I was known as both stern and generous. As a commander. Very sweet, Merinos. Thank you. Oh, well. No, quite sweet yourself. Now then. Fair. Well, let's keep it to business now.
So
About those disappearing bodies.
Party thing. I've been with Lee at relatively normal parties. He's still weird.
Okay, well, in fairness, there were a couple weird people he could talk to, but like,
I know
I
bodies.
mean, you were there, so that's already a weird person to talk.
Oh, I was not talking. I was busy.
You're not talking to Lee. You're like,
Casual reminder.
Fuck out of here.
Casual reminder that the Imperial I talked to said, this is the first I've heard of any bodies going missing. And Watching Their Scales' response is, I know bodies have gone missing. I'm not blind. Also, and the dead talk to me. They are mute, but I can still hear them. They are my friends, you see. They say, help us, Washes Their Scales. Someone is snatching us from our coffins. But I don't know who it is. Me? No, no, no. I would never do anything like that. I only wash them. I respect them. I would never disturb their sleep. Well, that is quite a load of information you just offered me there, Washes Their Scales. Or Washes Your Scales, as it may be when I am addressing you directly. Hello there.
Is this the same Argonian that abandoned their duties?
No, that was an Imperial scribe in the census office.
Okay. Why do they hate Argonians?
There is discrimination against the beast races in this land.
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
Now then, I'm going to have to ask this guy about his dead son, but first I'm going to say, for your loss, here I have another 100 pieces of gold. And then for your further loss, a further 100 pieces of gold. Okay, you didn't want that time, but let me just double shove this across the table. Okay, we're back up at the mid. Alright, I'm composing myself. I've spoken to men many times, commanding them. But I need to have a less commanding presence. I need to have a more smooth presence and say, hey there, Jenov. See your son's dead body is supposed to be in that box, but what if he's not? You know, wouldn't you rather check it out first? Maybe with me here. Yeah. I can pop the lid for you. I can take a peek and can figure that out together. You know, one peek at a time. And yeah, with me, thanks. Oh, with you indeed. I am too kind, but okay, 75. Fuck it. We're using Voice of the Emperor now. All right. Now here's the species ability that you and I both have because we're both Imperial. Let me just casually use it on you. You know, I'm inspired by the Voice of the Emperor. You fucking love me. All right, Tindalos. Yeah. Oh my God, you can say you should start him during Legion, or sounds like he was a rubbish soldier. Good riddance. I'm sorry for your loss. Can I ask a question? Are you sure Tindalos' body is in the coffin? Since bodies have gone missing, could the lid be open just to double check? What? I don't see how it would help your investigation, but if you insist, after this I'm leaving Tindalos to come with me. Now, help me with the lid. I will. Together, you and Genev Moranis lift the lid on the coffin. It is empty. Genav Moranis is visibly shocked. This can't be. They showed me the
It
body
was like
before.
the Patrick Stewart gift.
It was him.
Visible shock.
But now, my son. Where's my son? Where is Tindalos? The priests hid him somewhere when I wasn't watching. I know. I know it. I know. Please, Mir Diamondus, find my child. My son. Don't worry, my good man. I shall locate him. So, Tindalos' body has gone missing. We have a priestess up top. We have 2 priestesses down below. And, there's lots of corpses, lots of corpse movement, but how could one escape along the walls? Now that would be difficult.
Hello there.
The
How
buses
are
are
you?
okay. Can I talk to this person about Tindalos? No. Disappearing bodies. I've heard you and Moranis talking. It's a shame that his son disappeared. Washes their scales is responsible for washing the body. I believe he was the last one to see it. Well, perhaps I will speak with Washes their scales about the matter. Washes their scales, hello. Allow us to discuss the matter. Wash the smooth skins with lye and ash. So cold, so slippery. Mute like fish. Yes, well, I suppose fish are rather bereft of vocal cords. But on the matter of the corpses that keep disappearing... Poor Moranis, a father does not deserve such suffering. The boy was strong, but his skin still too soft. Must have been very young. I washed him and he was thankful. A good lad. Given him to Corsus, I have. To put him back into the coffin. A shame. A terrible bed to lie in with nails all around. Not fit for the young. That's interesting because
It wants something.
this guy just
Does
told
it
us
ask?
that Washes their scales saw the body last. I dare
Yeah,
say
If I
we're
can
in
be
for
of
He's
any
the
assistance, I'll be
liar.
happy to help.
a game of ping pong. Now tell me of these disappearing bodies. I've heard you and Moranis talking. Mars' question gave it to you to put in the coffin. I see no point in denying it anymore. I got a letter a few months ago promising coin for fresh bodies. There wasn't any name on it, so I tried to be careful. The first I gave the ghoul was that of a beggar who had frozen death in the streets. It was snatched in a matter of hours, and every purse of gold was left behind. I didn't know it was paying me, but they did so every time I've left a corpse in the sewers the last couple of months. Young Tindalos' body should still be there. I dragged him down the hatch last night. You'll need this key to get there. Go there if you want to know more. Well, also, I will be reporting you to the authorities, but it's good that you've come clean. What the fuck? I mean, a beggar, you know. But that is a legionnaire! I say.
I mean, it's one thing to kill the poor, but my god.
Also, just
respect the troops.
running tally here. We now have 2 Undercroft keys. Give us to one person who's handed out like a hotcake, right? And the other person for Kyle.
They give him out at birthday parties. It's a really easy gift.
Yeah, okay, who wants a key to the corpse room?
So that door is locked, and it's illegal to unlock it, or to be seen unlocking, I should say. I think. So,
All right, I'm
is there a hash?
I mean,
on this
technically, aren't all crimes only crimes as long as you're seen doing them?
Well, I suppose it depends on whether or not the game increments my bounty. Now then, I will have you remember that once I was accosted by the side of the road by 2 women of enterprising nature who wanted to murder me and take my shit, and then did 7 times before I managed to finally kill them after reloading. However, from one of their corpses, I drew the Amulet of Shadows. Ooh, I'm spoopy and unseen. Alright. Now then. Katana in hand, I descend. I find myself now in the sewers, the rushing waters, grime, a ladder, metal grate, and a corpse. I say, this is Tindalos' body. The lad, stricken, so young. My journal has been up. Oh, an orc with a candelabra, I say. I see you come with metal in hand, and so shall I answer you? Hello, Imperial. I am Gulug the Barber, assistant to the court physician. I have seen you found out my grave robbing scheme. Let's not beat around the bush about it. I'll give you 250 coins if you leave me alone and pretend you saw nothing. These bodies are crucial for my studies that could save thousands in the years to come. It's a miracle that
I'll pay
Corsus has
20
even allowed me
bucks to
to use
fuck
them
right
for
off.
so long. Yeah. And I'm going to say, can't you just use animals? No, I'm not.
The answer is no. They don't, work the same way.
He says,
you should just tell them off and say,
People
hey,
tried to.
poor people bodies.
he says, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but you can't
Criminals
leave this place
forfeit their right
alive.
to the final judgment.
Well,
Your actions.
the fact
show
that I've already used...
What do you want?
Eat shit. You probably should have thought twice before the, like, heavy armor, somewhat see-through from magic amulet legionnaire tried to ask you a question, and you're like, you can't leave this place alive. Because, bitch, you didn't get a spell off. I fucking knocked you on your knees and slit your fucking throat with my katana. And my man had a cleaver and common robes. I'm sorry. You're wearing... I mean, to be fair, assistant to the court physician wouldn't wear his nice robes to the sewers. But still, common... Bitch, you were common. Ooh, dire firestorm bolts. I don't have a crossbow, but I'll love to sell that. Oh, you're laying on a broken short swords. That's interesting. I will have to report the crimes and going on, and the court physician will have to be informed that he regrettably requires a new assistant, hopefully one less interested in advancing the medical sciences, because clearly it can only lead them into sin. Yes. Hello.
I feel like you should have just taken the money and fucked off.
Well, but he already paid
That
like
one
basically that amount of money to
What does it
bribe
cost?
the guy to look at his son's cough. Like,
Yeah.
it's not good
I
enough
feel like
bribe.
just this guy's trying to advance medical science.
Well, this
It's not
man
about the
was
money.
trying
It's about the
to...
future.
Remember, this man was trying to advance medical science. He's dead now.
I'm all yours, please.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
all mine.
Congratulations. Now children are going to die of diabetes. I hope you're happy.
Okay, he wasn't going to solve diabetes with that.
He was just
Can
gonna
you
cure
ask a
rich people
question quickly?
diseases.
I
It's
must be
okay.
going.
You can die.
Have you
I mean, this is the only one that matters, really.
bodies? Yes.
Ah, now I know the core cause of gout. It's
Turns
eating
out
too
it's-
much good food. My sire,
You don't have
I
any...
forgot to inform you. I'd rather have gout.
Throw back to the time I was at the governor's dinner for the LARP I used to go to, and everyone was like, "Where is your manservant who Lee played?" And I just said he had gout.
It's true.
True.
And he said that it was because I was smitten by a ham in the market, which, to be fair, I do love a good glazed ham. But, note, I have the following options when they ask, do I know who's responsible? I can say, Lias Corsus is, who is the sussy baka who drags the corpses down. Lias Corsus and Galug the Barber are. I can't just give Galug's name. Lias has to be implicated. Washes their scales is, if I was a racist. Genevieve Moranis is, because I guess he was downstairs? Even though he's just derived from Cyrodiil and couldn't have possibly been responsible for their disappearances? I can say I am, or I don't know yet. I'm going to inform her of the truth.
I think you should say you are. Take responsibility. You killed a man.
You've talked with Galug the Barber, the court physician assistant. He admitted to smuggling the bodies out through the sewers with the help of Lias Corsus. Thank you for your help, Maris Diamondus. I will report this to the guards. Yes, well, conveniently for me, you're getting this testimony secondhand because he confessed his crimes, and then I gutted him like a fucking fish in the sewer. However, I'm sure that won't be an issue, so put that down.
Why would
as-
you gut a fish in the
last word.
sewer? That just seems unsanitary.
Like a fish in the sewer. Two distinct concepts.
Why would you gut someone like a fish that's in the... Why is the fish in the sewer?
I responded to your pedantry by saying I must find a place to rest that I might level up. Because I,
Your
Maria
bidding
Diamondus,
agent?
my bidding agent, well, my bidding is that you have a good day and keep watch, my good sir. The door is blocked and refuses to open. Oh my. But yeah, if I level
Serve
up,
the
here's a
Emperor
question.
and
Do you,
the Emperor's
what do you guys think the odds are that I was 3 points short on the strength check? I have 53 strength. I'm going to go to 56 strength when I sleep.
Incredibly unlikely.
Indeed. But you're saying there's a chance. Also, Pat, I kind of let this hanging earlier, but I do have a fast travel option. It is, I have Scrolls of Divine Intervention. I have 2 of them, and when I use them, I'll be teleported to the nearest Imperial Shrine. Because I am, of course, a devout and pious woman who would, of course, not want to be going to these tribunal locations. No. I'm for
Serve
the
the
Nine
Emperor
Divines.
and the Emperor's law.
And so I have like a one-way fast travel anywhere I want, and then I have to take like basically the bus route everywhere else.
Amazing.
I feel like, well, there's, I would say 4 transit networks in the game.
Major Circle, Propylon Circuit, which only takes you
Well,
between
there's the Propylon Circle, there's the Mage's Transporters, which are actually the best ones because all of them go to all of them.
And the Silt Strider and then boats.
Silt Striders and boats. I would say if any of them are buses, it would be the Silt Striders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boats are boats. I don't think they need a metaphor.
Why walk when you can ride?
And a fine day to you.
I feel like if anything, the propylon chambers are the trains because they have like a linear circle.
They have stations and they go between them, yeah.
And the mages are probably like airports.
Come, clear out the ancient fortresses of the long-dead polity and fight the beasts that lie within and find the key. It gets you a Metro card. You'll need one for each station.
Amazing.
That was the strangest book I've.
Although most of them aren't in stations.
What was the strangest book you'd ever read? A person yelling in my ear about literature? I would love to discuss it with you.
I see I stand in good company.
You do stand in
What
good
can I do
company,
for
madam.
you?
Speak freely, traveler. We're all fellow citizens with this wall. Indeed, all fellow citizens of the Empire. I came at her. She had 88 disposition towards me. I fail 1 admire. And it doesn't tell you what you're saying to them when you're admiring them. You only get their response, right? And her response is not interested. And I bumped down like over 20 points. I'm gonna call that
I think
one.
what you said is, "Hello, fine woman. May I perhaps flick your bean?"
I think that Marina Daimonis has slightly more tact than that when coming onto strangers in the street.
It was a minus 20.
I mean, maybe she just didn't like the cut of my jib. Now then, it is time. No, I will not be going to the salty futtocks again. Last time I was there, I had to defend my honor and slay a man, and I found a corpse in my rented room, and I was not offered recompense. I must find a sleeping arrangement of good repute. The Empress Katerina. To pay for a fine, downy bed, and rest the night away, without being assaulted in my bed. Does anybody else have the Mrs. Bennett line? Are we to be murdered in our beds as like one of the most quoted lines in your family?
What?
No.
No.
Who the fuck is Miss Bennett?
Have you never seen Pride and Prejudice?
Don't press your luck.
Tell your friends about this place.
I haven't read it either.
We're gonna have to watch party that.
We're not going to.
I actually thought you were referencing to Gone with the Wind.
I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
You should find a healer.
Nor have I. Wait,
Haven't you
no, I
gone
have.
for wind? Oh!
No.
No, I have.
Come on, let's escalate this until we have our Ulysses moment where someone admits to have never read something they're an expert on. Alright, I'm going to rest 6 hours.
Oh, actually, I'll come to an admission. I'll just cut it out of the way. I've never seen any Star Wars movie.
Amazing.
Not a single one. Or they need the TV shows. I just watch video essays on all of them and the pretend.
All I've watched of Star Wars was the Ewok TV show.
Ewok Adventure.
What?
That was the name of the Ewok TV show, I think.
Oh, all I remember are the Ewoks.
Your turn.
I mean, Ewoks are fucking adorable.
I'll
10 out
wait
of
to
10.
listen.
No, actually, I have watched the not the TV show, but I have actually watched the Ewok, like the Lost Caravan or whatever it
Go
was
ahead.
called. There are
Okay,
two
yeah.
Ewok films, one of which has a giant spider in it. Because
Wait,
of
there
course.
are? What the fuck?
Yeah, you don't fucking
Yeah.
know about all the Ewok shit?
They're like ancient though. They're like right after Star Wars actually came
Yeah.
out. With a
They
lot
are
more-
like the TV spin-offs of Star Wars. They decided the direction to go with that was Ewoks.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is honestly kind of a miracle in some ways that people thought George Lucas was incredible until the prequel trilogy came out. Not necessarily your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana Jones is good, but also all the stuff he's attached to, like, there's always a bit of a situation where you can attribute a lot of stuff to someone else. So
Yeah,
there's
and I'm
lots of
like,
debate
is
for
the
who
whole
gets
Indiana
credit.
Jones series co-done with Steven Spielberg? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I legitimately think he is good at being like the other guy who's helping with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
can
good at
only
taking
find.
credit.
I have found an exclusive restore strength potion, but not a fortify strength potion. So in case I'm still too weak, I'm going to search out the potionery, and
I
then
see I stand in good company.
I know one thing above all: bureaucracy and taxation are the veins through which coin runs, and the strong spine that is the Legion cannot stand without its fluids and formation of its marrow. So, to forestall some great late error from befalling us later, because a scribe
Your bidding,
ran off
agent?
with an important scroll, we're going to retrieve the scroll. We're going to enter the sewers, because no video game is complete without a sewer level. No, this is actually an area added by a mod. They didn't have this in the original. There are sewer levels in the original, though. Mystical Emporium. Yes, yes, yes. Will you sell me something that makes me strong? Nope, you won't. What's some fortifies? Magicka, health, fatigue, luck. No. Show me your magical items. Yes, shock damage. Not interested. Not interested. Show me your scrolls. Red sloth, absorb agility. Invisibility. Flame guard. Flame bane. Ooh. Juicity's feather. Oh, feather for 50 points, 240 seconds. Oh, falling. Yes. Summon skeleton. First barrier. Scroll of shock bane. Nah.
How can I help?
Sorry. I must seek another purveyor of magical goods. The enchanter. Yes. Hello there. You
I'm
early
listening, please, go
fire
ahead.
rock. I think we've been introduced. No, we have not. Come. Let us converse. Allow me to admire you. Gone well, I must say. You have a fine little shop. Okay, it's starting to go down. Fuck, we're pulling out. So do we have anything that does strength here? No, we don't. Fuck me. Strong. Fortify skill hand to hand. These are the gauntlets of throwing hands. Oh, excuse me. Left gauntlet of the horny fist. Right gauntlet of the
Wait,
horny
hold
fist.
hold the fuck up. Buy it.
Yeah, sorry.
But I could get a tower shield that has a shitty armor rating, but can cast feather on me for 10 seconds. And I could use it as my little falling shield.
You need the horny fist.
I need the horny fists. God, I'd be wasting 2 weight. It's light armor. God, they're cheap as fuck. I'll buy them and then like drop them somewhere when I no longer care. All right, steel spark skewer. Short blade. Now then, let us look around, and is any of this shit going to make me stronger? Drain, restore, fortify. I need a fortify. I need a fortify. Fortify. Oh yeah, I'm buying out your divine intervention scrolls. Fortify. You know me, I love a fortify.
I found a video of a baby otter that was scared of water, and they trained it to like water.
Aww.
Cute puppy.
I will send this video to relevant group chats so that everyone else can appreciate this otter.
A second barrier belt. Yes, sheath. I don't presently have a belt that does magic shit, so I'll be buying that. Thank you very much.
You can do it.
So I must simply hope that I have gotten strong enough to open the door to do the maintenance so long put off through incompetence on my own. By gaining strength by going to the sewers and whacking things with my sword, because clearly no buffet of magic baubles and the like is going to
Reddit
take care of
has
this.
18 plus locked the otter content, and I'm not
my
going
God.
to download the Reddit app to view this.
I
What?
say the artisans have grown out of control. There must
bidding,
be an
agent?
injunction and ordinance at once.
Amazing.
I think if
Legions would be
you
deployed. Do
Fucking
not
what?
lewd the cutes in this way. They are a vital form
It's
of
not even,
success.
it's not in a lewd subreddit. It's not. There's literally no people in the video. It's just video of an otter with water and fish. Like there's literally nothing anyone could possibly make sexual out of this. And I'm saying that, and I'll make anything sexual.
It's true. Much like this descent into a cramped, ribbed hole, a leaking and spurling around, katana in hand, I descend.
Okay, I'll
Well,
watch it online. I think Reddit just really wants me to download the app, but
Oh no!
Oh my god.
They try.
It really does.
They try so fucking hard to get you to download the goddamn app. A rat.
I've been using one of the third-party apps for ages and ages, and I refuse to switch over.
Yeah, fuck Reddit.
Indeed. Now then, the vile redditor. This diseased rat represents the redditor. Here it lies on its side, slewn by the might of imperial steel. Now I see we have some moss growing here, and a fine piece of imperial infrastructure. I see it has fallen into disrepair. I will qualify my statement. This is a fine piece of imperial infrastructure. However, it's been ill-kept. Whoever is responsible is disrespecting the very name of fine imperial craftsmanship. I mean, look at this. Barrels, growths, collapse in this elegant piece of stonework. These arches. Such stone arches is to be better than any seen elsewhere in this land, even when intended for bridgery, I say, and the walking of people. The sluice ways of the shite have been constructed with more acumen and guile by imperial hands. Also, Madeline, have I ever told you about Thermae Roma?
yes.
Yes.
It's an amazing anime.
Oh, happy birthday. I think it's midnight
Ah,
now.
I have been born.
Ah, people. Oh god.
Oh god, what a mistake. Go back, go back.
It's all downhill from here.
But yeah, I mean, maybe I tried watching the first episode, but like my mind was too busy cataloging what they did and didn't get right. So it was
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be one of those
Yeah.
cases where because you know so much about the topic, it was gonna be like impossible. By the way, the author of the manga, like at the end of every episode, there's a live action section where she goes to a Japanese bathhouse.
wow, that's funny. I wonder
Yeah.
what the relation. I know there's a live action movie, like it's called Thermae Romae, and it's about a Japanese man who goes back in time to ancient Rome. We watched it in undergrad in a class.
Oh my god,
Like,
really?
Yeah,
A fine selection of wines
wow.
here and some sheen.
it's very weird.
Yeah, that's a very. Also, there's some spicy homosexuality for pride.
True. Hadrian is at least bi in the context of the show.
Wait, is Hadrian in it?
Yes, Hadrian starts appearing later on.
I mean, Hadrian would be one of the. I mean, he was a super alien, i.e., probably into Athenian pederasty.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much the scene we're talking about.
Ah, the sewer's east. I believe they were said to be entering the eastern sewer. Now then, we must find this piece of parchment before it dilapidates in these poor conditions. Because this is a very important document. And I will not let important imperial documents from the census office. I mean, could you think? Could you think of it? Someone might not pay their taxes if I don't get this piece of paper back. Can you imagine a worse fate? But a death by 1,000 cuts for a glorious empire. All for the sake of this dilapidation ruin. See, The fact that they have scribes
Are you
running
actually
off.
saying that you're afraid that if you take another few minutes to find this piece of paper, it will disintegrate?
No, inscribed stone. The text says sewer maintenance room has been crossed out. Below it reads Palace of Beggars. Here the poor and wretched give the orders, and the high and mighty obey. Well, we'll see about that.
Kill them all. Just walk in and start slashing.
Oh my gosh. I see we have a friendly guardian.
Okay, clearly they're not that poor because they have 3 candles, which is already more expensive.
Ah, the Palace of the Beggars. Well, they have a pretty nice spot here. Oh, and
Kill them all.
I wonder if you've seen... Hello.
Open.
Hello, Terror Mad. Come to the underbelly of the town. Eh, indeed. I wonder if you've seen a horse. I don't know. Now, there is an Argonian here named Terror Mad. Wait a minute. And I'm looking for an Argonian who was maddened, who had a scroll. I can't seem to ask him about it, though. Eben Tower. Yeah, so I wonder if this Palace of the Beggars will hold any clues. Oh, it's just pieces of paper. Never mind if I do. Mad rambling.
Yes.
This might be poetry, but not any meter you recognize. The subject matter is rather grim. Hello there, Entius. I see you have some work that you're working on, and some wine. You see the surface, is he still standing, I suppose? Yes, well. Who's someone in particular? Why, yes, a great many dignitaries obviously live down here. There's this one slightly distinguished rat, for example, that tries to bite everyone. And let's not forget about the world-famous mud crab that has swamp fever. Ask stupid questions and get stupid answers. Wow, I'm sorry you don't think that there's anyone in particular in your community. Hello there, Agnes. We're in the sewers. Aren't that many people living here. Latest rumors, latest advice. So, perhaps
What
you,
Sauron? Why do you disturb me?
Talos, the dragon. Talos the dragon bum. Talos the dragon bum. Atmoran conqueror's scum. Wanted to conquer some. Not for a destiny great. There's no design in his head. He lusts for coin instead. To the elven realm's regret, and the men's armies dead, Talos did win. Too bad. Tamriel danced to his windy drum, to palace from icy chum. All hail Talos, the dragon bum.
Okay, hold up. Are they trying to rhyme regret, dead, and bad?
Yes, poorly I might say. And also, I will attempt to fit in with them. I know how to sleep.
I'm trying to think of any pronunciation of those words that make that work.
Oh, I see imperial announcements and mad ramblings in the fire. I was worried that this... in the name of His Majesty Eosepton the Seventh. Sewer access to the Ebon Tower is strictly prohibited, according to Imperial Regulation 16, paragraph 23, regarding security. Any and all access to the castle must be made from an above-ground entry point. Access to the sewer system must be cleared through the Imperial Legion. And you are caught attempting to gain access to the sewer system illegally will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Illegal access to the Ebon Tower from the sewer without express permission will be deemed as trespassing, treason, and should weapon be found upon the criminal attempted assassination. I see they are burning this for warmth, as well as a painting. They are clearly very well cultured. I will show them that I, too, know how to sleep roughly on a bedroll, and we will, in this way, come to an understanding. I will level up. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, did I already leveled. Never mind. I bought a bed for that. Yes, well. I see you have some crab meat here in the stew. That's going to keep me. It should seem that our associate did not come to the Palace of Beggars, or else I have found no evidence of that. Unless... maybe I overlooked something I needed to say to Terramad here. Or maybe I need to check the barrel. Moon sugar. Frag, come on. Give me something here. Give me a little advice. If you want to improve a skill you're terrible at, it's worth paying for a little training just to get you started. Sure, you can teach yourself, but it can be slow and frustrating. A little secret? If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. Nice. Your trade. I am a pauper, one of the humble small folk. I see. Well. Services. This isn't a place for shopping or diamond as well. I suppose. Specific place. Eastern part of the sewers with its palace of beggars where most of us in the city folk live. Central and western parts of the sewers are less civilized, mostly rats, mud crabs, and the odd legion guard or two. The old catacombs and the grand chapel, accessible from the western sewers, might be of interest to you. The western sewers are also connected to the undercroft of the Eben Tower, which is strictly off limits to civilians. Well, background, your papa, yes, well, It should seem that the important documents I have come to seek...
Greetings.
...are not here. Good day to you.
That was the strangest book I've ever read.
Also, I have a question. Why is there a vault door? Well, like, what is the original intent of this section of the sewer?
No, it's quite simple, you see.
What, Outlander? Why do you disturb me?
Mm-hmm.
Kill the Batman.
Go ahead.
Did Max just say it's quite simple, you see, and then leave the call?
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Septum the 14th, and yeah, it all just kind of makes sense at the architecture.
Brilliant. We heard all of that. Well played. Or well said, I mean.
Alright, yes, well, let us open this door. We must now find a man who came here, ravening. And was accosted by Galagleus. Courses admitted. Washes their scales. Lifting lid. Leas courses. Gales with Oak. Hellas Rastin. I found Photius. The rules of Photius Guild. Photius. Structure new Nessa. Drathy, no. Told me about what was close going mad and venturing into the sewers in the east side of town. I have been tasked with turning an important scroll he had with him when he left. But yeah, no, what the fuck is the point of a one-way in, like, sealed from the outside vault door entrance above the wash line in a sewer? What's the point of the side chamber, in fact? Like, there are many different types of shoes in this barrel, I always point out. Oh, hello there. I see we have some pages. I see 2 lanterns being held.
May you find all that you seek, traveler.
May I find it all as well. Hello there.
What do you ask of me?
Yes. Oh, I have an option for best clerk.
What
all right.
do you want?
Now then, let's get professional, shall we? Yes, a fine swirl to the horn you have there.
I like how this game really just, like, makes you go around complimenting people.
The easiest way to do is actually to bribe people. The only reason I could succeed in admiring as often as I do is literally, like, I stat into personality hard. And even then, you see how often I fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Show me, I've been heard there was a best clerk who left town recently. Yes, that's me, or at least used to be me. One day, I'd had enough and ran out of the office and came to live here in the sewers. They must think I'm crazy, but telling me to rewrite an entire book because you didn't like the margins? That's crazy. Bring me a bottle of Flynn to forget this mess, and I'll give you the scroll I left with.
Amazing.
Imperial
He could have stolen so much more. He should have.
Yeah, he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. By the way, this barrel right here literally has... Oh, wait, no, it has every other kind of local liquor, but the kind he wants. Also, they have a pet rat. Aw, that's cute. So I think there was some alcohol earlier in some of these crates, but I think it was mostly wine. But I must now seek sewer alcohol for a sewer-addled lad. Aha! How about you? I strucketh them down. Oh shit, I don't want to fall in. I'm not silly, I'm not going to be stricken in this way. I was to return to the palatial abode of the beggars. Some torches, we need some torch, we need a shield. That's some food stuff.
Yes?
That stuff is stealing anyway.
You talk too much, Outlander.
I have said no such thing, and what you are saying I talk too much. That's most ridiculous, good sir. Now then, I have a question. Of all the quests that you have witnessed tonight, Max and Pat, which one do you think is, I know we haven't seen the end of this one yet, the best designed?
This is the only one that I am aware of having seen.
What about when we were in the mortuary with the corpses?
I thought that was part of this quest.
That's a different quest. That was
Well,
entirely...
didn't you need to get the sewer key to get here? Didn't you start this one first?
They gave the sewer key, but it was to the sewers under the Imperial Castle, and this is under the eastern side of the city. So this is this is two
so the sewers aren't connected. They have two separate sewer systems.
No, they're connected. It's just a different region of the sewer.
Fucking insane. Well, that answers my question.
Honestly, my biggest question isn't like, what's the point of these rooms? Like, these are big fucking tunnels for a sewer.
Yeah. With largely inexplicable segments. I mean, I love it though. I don't want anyone to like change it, but.
I mean, the thing is about the inexplicable segments is I can just always imagine in my mind, oh, there's an inflow grate in the ceiling somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's some random shoot off that looks like it has nothing in it. That makes sense to me, but like, A, why would you bother with all this, like, you know, ornamental stonework? And B, why is it this big?
Yeah.
There was not enough people pooping in this town to justify this.
Yeah, it's really like it's supposed to be.
Apparently, I don't think there's even enough people pooping in like the densest cities in the modern world to need sewers of this volume.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible it also is like a mutual sewer drainage system and like wash comes through here.
Possibly, even then, that's incredibly large for the time and the place.
Like how I'm checking every.
Like the only things I can think of that are like really big underground liquid control structures are like hyper engineering projects for heavily flooded places.
Yeah, and that is hyper engineering, and we don't want to get anything too hyper on this channel. We know where that leads. Yeah, I've checked.
Oh, I get it. Haha.
Yes, you found the ethical solution.
No.
There's a Mages Guild quest where somebody gets stuck down in one of these little sections, and you have to do a few things to get them out of it. Including.
I actually take back what I said earlier. I just googled what the inside of Manhattan sewers look like. They're about this big.
Oh yeah, and there's like massive fuck off tunnels under Tokyo.
Well, yeah, the big giant flood control structures I'm talking about are under Tokyo, but like those were built in the last 10 years.
Do you want something?
I just didn't think they need that big of a fluvial pipes.
Background, beds, food, Colovian, battle wines, Zuridic brandy. Yes, that is barter.
So,
let me
where are you
first
from?
rest an hour so I can be at my top.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Go ahead, you're listening indeed. Well, might I say, you are quite.
Look at Lee trying to be a top.
Woman. And
what?
He just said he's going to be a top.
I
Physically
love
impossible.
Okay, fuck me. I'm starting to fuck up. Have some money. Here's a tip. Just the tip. All right.
Are you trying to bribe her to get a better price in the room? Aren't the rooms like 10?
No, I'm trying to get. Okay, she doesn't even have the thing I want. Never mind. All right. I need to find a place that sells Flynn.
Did you bribe her to buy a thing that she didn't have?
Yes.
Ah, welcome.
How much would you have saved on the buying the thing, even if it existed, versus how much did the bribe cost you?
It was a 10 gold bribe, so I mean, you know.
Would you have saved more than 10 gold?
If I can be
off
of
the
any
bribe alone,
assistance, I'll
no.
be
If it was part of getting you up to 100's position, I think so, because I think it's cost like 100. I think I can get better than a 10% discount.
Yeah.
If I
I
can be
just
of
say probably
any
not worth
assistance,
it.
I'll be happy to help.
So I have to go find a shitty bar that sells the local liquor. Or does the Empress Katerina, my favorite resting place by the docks, have it on tap? I wonder.
Do you want something from me?
You are beginning
Please,
to annoy
have a look
me.
around.
Oh, I'm beginning to annoy you, or you're beginning to annoy me. Now let's check first. Do you have Flynn for sale? Flynn for sale? Flynn for sale? Yes, you do. Also, I'm going to give you the random alcohol that I picked up. But first, let's get... Oh, we have 69 nice relations with you. But first, madam, what a fine dress you have. What a fine tiara. Yes, very ennobling. I dare say. Oof. Well, I mean, in a very thinning way, of course. And a very
Totally
complimentary.
working
And
for you.
I
Imagine
see.
being an NPC in this world, and then Lee just walks up to you and starts randomly saying shit, and like half of it's kind of flattering, and the other half is deeply offensive. Imagine someone came up to you and said, "Oh my god, I love how that jacket looks," and you're like, "Oh, thank you," and they were like, "Also, fuck your father. He was a piece of shit," and you'd be like, "Okay."
Amazing.
I'm going to sell my wine, my veg, my Tamika's sell a fine wine as well. And I would now be buying your Flynn. And at a high disposition, this one has cost me no money on bribery. I'll be making 45 gold off of this transaction, I believe. I have 5.9k, she has 150 gold. Alright. Making the offer. I have now played Gopher to a mad scribe in the basement.
Is he mad or just pissed off?
That's actually a good point, because like he was described as insane by his boss, but he was just like, yeah, no, like I had it at work. My boss gave me a terrible.
I don't think I want you around anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I want you around either. Fijalma the urchin. I say, don't you know, in the movie, the urchins are all children. It's quite endearing. Go scoop a chimney. Now then, where was I? Yes, taking up a tactical position by the sewer grate. Yeah. A snap opening the lid. A walk through a door. And this is, yeah, sewers east. I have to head north to get there, ironically. There's a nice running of the waters. Oh, and twin lamps. By the way, twin lamps and 2 red fireflower stakes. So you'll sometimes see, like you saw earlier, standing by that guy, there were 2 people holding lamps, and there's 2 lamps here. The twin lamps is the abolitionist society in Morrowind. So that normally means that that's like a freedom trail kind of symbol. If you ever see 2 lamps just too closely aligned. And you can see the 2 people in here are holding lamps.
3 blessings.
Now, Nagin, I return.
One would be
Return with your
wise to
Flynn.
listen.
Give him the Flynn. Glad we come to an arrangement. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be getting drunk. Flynn, torn. Census page has been added to inventory. Let us examine what we have gone to all this trouble to obtain. Complete listing of every high elf in Old Ebenheart. Asimbar, Unuri, Talisian, Narusia, Kalitara, Pamenwi, Elencaria, Uranwen, Flaneron. The rest of the list is covered in black ink. Uh-oh. Yeah. God, remember the doors and wheels conversation and the fucking, like, UN meme Pat made about it? I love change stars.
I love change stars.
The dollies. Oh my god. Truly an absurd series of preponderances. Now then, all roads lead back to Old Ebenot and the same building. We now return to the Imperial Census building with a question to ask and answer. Have we grown strong enough to fix the problems we have left behind? And oh, I should probably hit up the Mages Guild, because they definitely have like a fortify something strength in there just in case. And what will come of our great efforts to return the census information.
You have my attention.
Yes, but you do not have mine, because I need to go find someone who will actually sell me shit. I'm not a guild member. Hello there. Let us barter. Summon skeletal minion, fortify attribute strength for 5 to 20 points, 30 seconds. Amulet of mighty blows. There she blows, and I can buy it for 11. What the fuck? How is that so cheap? Oh, we like each other. Thank you.
Fun fact: bees are now considered fish in California legally.
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Yeah, bees.
For like anti-endangered stuff.
It's actually for pro-endangered stuff.
Or yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Anytime.
But yeah, they have a Fish and Wildlife, Fish and Game Act to like protect stuff. And what is a bee a fish or a game? Well, they worked it out as a fish.
Why?
Because you don't hunt.
I see I stand in
So
good.
effectively,
What can I do for you?
there are some frogs that are included under fish. So clearly, it's not just fish. There's also a snail under fish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a land-based invertebrate right there. So, I mean, what is a bee if not a different land-based invertebrate? So going from snail to bee is practically no jump at all.
Yeah, and I guess going from fish to slug or snail is not all that bad off in terms of jumps.
So, yeah, bees are fish now. If you have to, a pescatarian. They should be very excited.
I'll have to let Stacy know. Let's make our way to the census office to continue repairing the situation, both in terms of loss of data and in terms of the fixing the other. Now, I roll up my sleeves, I hop the safety standards, I lift the tools, and I'm not strong enough for the collapsed pillar, but if I use the amulet, I repair the pillar with a miner's pick. No, I do not want to remove the stanchion this time. I take the hammer and I level the floor, I level the floor, I level the floor. Oh god, have I fallen into the floor? Oh god, I might need to load an autosave. Alright, oops. Let's not be too excitable about the floor matter. My pick collapse pillar. Oh, it's because I ran out of fucking stamina because I'm going through a bunch of stamina each time, then forgetting about it. Alright. Yes, whew. I will take a Legion mandated 1 hour break, and we have a census.
The Legion doesn't allow breaks.
Tax agreement. And you need to keep your soldiers in good condition.
Exactly, that's what the beating stick is for. So you took blunt weapons.
Rubble. This record. Now we find the the important document. Hey, Chromophene, the important document, Chromophene, which we have worked so hard to recover, is: shall I compare you to a mid-year's day? You are more lofty and radiant. Rough winds do shake your darling buds of first seed. Yeah, it's actually her poetry was what got left in the desk, and she wanted us to retrieve. That's the important document.
Amazing.
I have fixed the mess. Here's a hypothetical treachery. No, here it is. There it is, my life's work. All isn't for naught. Deck clubbing is to read the page. Is this it? I could have sworn I wrote more than 3 lines. To think I was waiting for days for this, I could have just started over. Oh well, a deal's a deal. Take this book. I'm inspired me. A hypothetical treachery. You didn't know. I didn't know you cared. Oh, well.
Keep moving.
Marina Diamondus cares greatly for the presence of all that are in good standing with the Legion. Clear the rubble here. Here and there. And everywhere. Reascend with good information and data vital to the function of our fine state. Hop, 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 hop. Acrobatics, increase 38. And now after the hop of the bun, we swing through the door. Hello there.
I don't think I want you around anymore.
What do you mean you don't think you want me around anymore? Fuck you. It's your best clerk's work. How'd you bet, I tell you? Oh my god, wait, no, literally, this guy's so pissed at me that he won't talk. Alright. I'm gonna have to really put out the moves on this motherfucker I just did a quest for. Fuck you. Alright. Yes. You're an admiral. Oh, fuck you. Take 100 gold. What? No, take 100 gold. Take another 100 gold. Take a third 100 gold. Fuck you. I love you. You're beautiful. Yeah.
Why are you giving this person so much money?
God damn it. I truly admire you as a man, as a bureaucrat, as a servant of the state. Alright, we're scumming that.
Go find a guard and stop bothering me.
We're gonna do the voice of the Emperor, this bitch. Now then, talk to me because I'm really cool. Yes, now let's talk about your best clerk. There it is. This took months to compile. I thought all this work was lost, but you came through. Take this old glove of mine. I thought that perhaps the scamps would be good at filing old documents, but their hands left this greasy oil on the pages. Glove of Inspiring Influence has been added to my inventory. Let's look at the Glove of Inspiring Influence. The Glove of Inspiring Influence gives Rally Humanoid and Summon Scamp. Rally Humanoid, I think, ends fear effects, and that would also mean that I would look at someone, touch them, and also summon a scamp near me while I was like, "Be not afraid," summons demon. Sorry, those functions are kind of tied.
Amazing.
Yeah, it decreases their flee rate, which ironically you can use on an enemy who's running away from you to make them turn around and be like, "Nah, fuck it, I got this," and then just like shank him.
By the
For
gods,
king
you
and
tourists
emperor.
are a nuisance.
Don't call me a tourist, but I'm a fine servant of the Empire.
There are many doors in life, Ed boy.
Many doors indeed. Well said, I say. Well said. Said in a well. Now then. That is quite a series of... So, yeah, that's, 1, 2... That is 3 quests I have completed that originated within these towers alone. Up in this keep. So, once again I ask, which one do we think was the best designed quest?
None of them.
Fair.
Epic non-answer.
But you have to tier list them, Max. You have to tell me what was bad about each one.
F tier.
All right.
For farcical.
So for the quest where I just had to clear the room, with the tools, and
have you even finished that one yet?
Yeah, I did. I gave it back to her, and she gave me a book.
Cool. Yeah. Bad.
Oh, it leveled my destruction, a skill I don't use.
Fucking a quest where it's like, oh, you need this skill to just do the quest at all. That's a bad quest.
I thought that maybe I would be able to talk to the boys up top. I don't know, maybe if I had a higher disposition, I could have gotten them to work for me, but I think I just needed the strength.
Unless there's another thing you didn't figure out, bad quest. Even if another thing, but still bad quest.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the sewers, bad quest. You had to go in a sewer. The other one with the bodies in the crypt, a bad quest.
Why?
Also involved a sewer.
I see.
Amazing.
Pat, what are your feelings?
I couldn't distinguish when one quest ended and when the other began. So I don't know what quest happened.
Alright, so to review, I cleaned up a construction site to get someone their poetry back, and then they realized it wasn't as good as they remembered it being, and then they gave me a book. And I figured out why corpses were disappearing. It was because the court physician's assistant was paying for fresh corpses, and a priest was helping him. And I helped find a piece of paper that a clerk ran off with. The dude was in a sewer. He would give me the piece of paper if I gave him a bottle of liquor. I did. I
like that one. Because alcoholism for the win.
Indeed. But also taste, because he would only take Flynn, not any of the other liquor or wine available.
True.
I mean, he knows what he likes.
And he likes what he knows. Now then, let's use some prongs upon our armor. Bend that katana into shape. Yes, everything as it should be. I love how this woman is always standing on the table and she's already.
You have my attention.
Oh, sorry, dude. Imperial treasure stolen. Imperial treasure stolen. Is the Empire in Morrowind under a coordinated covert attack? This seems to be the implication of a series of recent break-ins to Imperial institutions in both Old Ebenhart and Ebenhart on Vardenfell. While guards reportedly managed to fend off a burglary in the Eben Tower vaults, brigands stole a precious ancient cuirass and sword in the care of the Imperial Legion on Vardenfell. What's worse, the offenders are rumored to have been traitors from within the Legion itself. If the outside enemies are now combined forces of treasonous elements in the Imperial ranks, the sureless heralds dangerous times for the Empire in the East. However, when asked to comment, Lord General Caesalia Victrix of the Morrowind Imperial Legion denied the citizens should be concerned. There is no need for undue alarm. We have no evidence the attacks were in any way connected. Rest assured, these are simple thieves who will quickly be apprehended, and the treasures will soon be returned to the rightful possession of the Emperor Uriel Septim the Seventh. Long may be his reign. We can only wish good fortune to the Imperial Legion as it seeks to recover the lost artifacts. I am incensed. Incensed, I say, at this news. I must retrieve the artifacts at once. Now then. Hello, Mr. Shirtless Man.
Head on.
How can I help you?
This man's name is Yingskar Pale Trick. What do you think is so pale about his tricks? He's a sailor, for reference. The Far East Fleet, nicknamed the Sea Serpent Fleet, has its headquarters in the docks of Old Ebenhart and is commanded by Lord Admiral Potimus Marolas. The Navy watches the inner sea for raiders and smugglers, and the eastern coast for whatever trouble that could be coming from across the Potomac Ocean from Akavir.
What say you?
What say you, he asks me. And what say I is... it is 12:37. I managed to make that jump, yay. I think I may call it soon. I don't know what final quest or journey to embark upon, what crossing of the lands to make, but
Speak up.
Oh, should I walk back to What's-Her-Face and get her broom?
No. I think you should go to a Dwemer ruin and fight a Centurion.
Well, I know that there's one in, like...
There's one just outside of Balmora.
Yeah, there's one just outside of Balmora. Well, I think that I have tarried off Vardenfell for long enough. I must return.
On your way.
I will be on my way. Thank you for wishing me well on my way. Now then, good captain, let us ride. Let us travel to Ebonart. To Vivek.
Short trip, long trip, you decide.
Short trip, long trip, I do decide, good sir. But yeah, I do love just spammy admire on people in this game. It's really an emulation.
It's an incredibly terrible game mechanic.
It's really an emulation of real world conversation. Balmora.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
So, I believe I must march out to the east here if I'm to reach the Dwuma ruin and you refer to.
I do not refer to it as that.
Yes. You heard as the Dwemer ruin.
What?
Closer.
Walking around on the bridge, walking around outside of town. Yeah, I wonder why I haven't seen any dreamers yet.
You have barely gone into the Ashlands.
Oh, you could find, like, they will just, like, stand all around. Like...
I mean, to be fair, the ones I ran into were actually in a Dwemer ruin. Or were they? No, they were in a fucking stronghold in the Ashlands. An Ashlands stronghold.
So do you still fight by his console killing everything?
No. I just have clip them into geometry and then spam them.
Indeed. That is the tactic that is expected of the mages, finding the superior terrain using your intellect rather than your brawn.
Yeah. It really has driven home how much better games have gotten in terms of first-person fantasy RPG combat. Like, even Oblivion is so much better in this game in terms of the combat. I don't think the Oblivion combat's good by any measure, but, like, oh my god, it's so much better.
Pat, that's amazing.
Thank you.
I just Sharon, wait, did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's amazing.
Yeah, that's paint practice 1. You've been seeing that on my list. That's what that is.
That's looking so good. What the fuck? The interplay of the color. I see the SQL signature now. Yeah, she's got her grease gun.
Very sexy.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Oh, hey, I see a man across this bridge. He just sort of stood behind a bamboo cart. I'm sure we'll have a lovely interaction with him. I don't see any reason why we have to have a problem. You know, just a friendly fellow citizen out for a walk. Oh, a cliff racer in the distance. I'm sure the wildlife and locals will be perfectly fine and respectful as this encounter evolves. Yeah. Fuck you. Eat shit, you little bitch. Fun fact, this guy is often like the murderer of people's first characters. Because they'll make it through the first dungeon, they'll walk across a bridge, they'll be like, oh, this is just a random bald guy. And he casts a fire, like a spell on them, and they're dead. Snowy Granius.
Amazing.
It's called that because it is incredible dandruff.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, most characters in this game have a completely bespoke name and they don't have a generic alternative. Which I enjoy. Now, I've found... Am I tripping? Wait, do I need to bring a certain thing here to be able to enter these rooms, Max?
No, there's just a bit of a thing you have to do. It's all... You don't have to go anywhere for it. It's all local.
Oh, yes.
Right here.
Crank that on the floor. Oh, watch me get jumped by cliff racers. Oh, wait, do I need to, like, sprint up and get it while it's... Oh, no, okay. I entered the Hall of Centrifuge. We descend with our trusty blade icicle in hand. While we do that, I check and make sure... Oh... My thrust, okay. Options. Controls. No. Prefs. Always use best attack, now has to be off. And I need to remember how to make this attack happen. Yes, I need to perform the slash, not the chop. Slash, alright. Now then. We descend into the Dwemer ruin. Or someone... Ah. I see there's a person down there. I'm sure they'll be quite friendly and amenable to finding a fellow delver of the depths in their presence. But first... Over here, through the pipes... Fun fact about the script that is all over these pipes, right? This is literally
Actually,
just...
you can see a copy pasta.
No, it's one of the artists just like signing their name.
I'm here for it. I will say the Dwemer runes are hideous in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's hard to beat, like, the resplendent in gold of Skyrim.
I think, honestly, some of the best looking shit in Skyrim is the Dwemer ruins.
Yeah, like, they absolutely did the...
They fucking knocked it out of the park with those. And I want to say, Skyrim is, like, a good looking game, generally, but
How
like,
about you?
a lot of it's bland games. And, like, generic Northern European fantasy architecture.
Yeah, they really stunted with the Dwemer stuff.
Yeah, and in this one, it's kind of disappointing how vanilla they are.
I was just kind of hoping like everything else in this game is kind of blah. So I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna stuck with this thing as well. Nah, it's still kind of just blah.
You know, this engine
arguably worse than blah.
Now, I wonder if wandering around here, and remember, keeping entirely in character and not metaing at all, I might happen to enter a certain location and find a puzzle key. Hello there. My. Notice point, sir, is my blade, which you'll soon catch. Aha! How about you? I hack at you. I hack at you away. Boss Kryto finds himself dead upon the floor. Scrolls of on Ducey's Unhinging. Yeah, 40 to 60 points per lock. Let's fucking go. A Rising Force Potion. Cure Disease. I like that this guy's actual adventuring shit on him. A Potion of Dispel. It's useful. Shadow Fire Resist. I'll leave that shit. Do you know where in this ruin there is a Centurion to fight, or you just knew these ruins existed?
There is a Centurion in these ruins.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know if you want me to head there quickly or just sort of like as it comes.
Meander, you'll find it.
Also find what a curious dwarf puzzle box. I wonder if I'll take that. Oh wait, it literally isn't gonna let me pick it up. Oh my god, that's just bullshit.
Why not? Is it like a thing for the main quest or some shit?
It's a main quest item. That might be something, because I think originally people would talk about like picking it up and selling it on accident. So maybe that's why it got changed out.
Morrowind not have a quest item system where there's some shit you just like can't get rid of.
No, you can find a merchant who buys it. You can sell it to them. This is Morrowind, baby. Are you think you get your hand fucking held?
I mean, I would argue there's a lot to be said for how different games treat their players, but I think allowing your player to putting it in a game like Morrowind, which allows you to do so much to sort of screw yourself, putting this super artificial constraint of, oh no, you just can't pick this up to avoid the players fucking themselves feels bullshit.
Yeah, no, it does.
Allowing the player to pick up a unique item and then sell it, and then it disappears forever, making the main quest impossible.
It wouldn't make the main quest impossible. They would still have in their inventory. I just need to remember who the fuck I sold it to and then go get it back from them.
Which could make it functionally impossible.
Yeah, but I mean, like, odds are you remember, like it would be really weird if you just sell. It's heavy loot. It's 5 weight for 10 value, so it's a terrible value proposition. But even then, you probably sold it.
There's a very
you probably sold it in Balmora.
Cash it somewhere or sell it somewhere and not really remember, and then effectively not be able to finish the main quest. Yes, you could spend ages and ages retracing your steps and trying to find it, but
yeah,
that's bad.
I mean, it should have let me pick it up, but also I think it's an addition they made later, because I really thought that you could pick that shit up and then people would talk.
The funny thing, I was when I was here, I didn't even try to pick it up. I was like, "Oh, the cube, that sounds lame." And then look at it. I saw how unvaluable it was, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, I need to deliberately keep it low value so that it would be unlikely that you just jack that shit and sell it. Unlike this guy, he already died. He went,
like books that were worth like 100, like 10,000 gold, and I'm like, that seems excessive.
My athletics has leveled up. Here is some scrap metal. I'm leaving.
What about a strange egg?
A strange egg?
Yeah.
Where's a strange egg?
You.
Ooh, I wonder how valuable I am if you sell me.
I wonder if I can crack.
I was wondering for Pat to jump in.
You were waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let us press forward.
I was kind of hoping one of you would actually initiate that for me to chime in on.
I mean, they said, what's a strange egg? And I said, you're a strange egg. And I figured that would be your cue.
No. That's sorry. You gave me ample opportunity. It's fine.
Now then.
You won't escape me that
This person has a
easily.
dagger, right? And they barely ever hit me, right? I'm just gonna sit here and let her swing. I'm gonna walk past the guy, yes. You will be my training dummy. You're a dummy, and you're going to help me train my heavy armor skill. Yes, swing, swing, swing. Yep. Yep, that's
This is awful roleplay.
Oh. Ah, there it is. A fine back massage you're offering me here. That hits the spot. I think you've rearranged my spine in a most agreeable fashion.
You've lost this round.
I don't think I've lost this round. In fact, I think I've gained much. What is my heavy armor skill right now? I'm 81 out of 100. A single stab.
Also, isn't this game like pauldrons are like every little tiny piece of your armor is its own separate bit?
Oh yeah, I missed that. I missed that from old games. Or more in particular.
I'm gonna. Pauldrons is a separate piece of armor from the chest plate. Seems dumb. Like I'm down for like torso.
All right, you gave me a skill level. I'll push
forearms, leg, boot, helmet, all separate. That's all good by me. But this just seems excessive.
Yeah, but you know what isn't her? Why is this a common shirt? She has like an awesome looking shirt on. This is better than common.
Just because it looks awesome doesn't mean it's common. Fast fashion exists, and it only kills a bunch of kids.
Yeah. Heaven's Gallery. A blocked passage.
I like that Diesel Shot was so ready for Pride because we never took the Pride flag off our fucking
Yep.
thing from last year.
We're gay all year.
This is too easy.
We're gay all year. It's so true. Fuck the corporations. We're not gay for pay.
Especially if the corporations are the same sex as us.
Yeah.
This is fighting.
That's why I have written a post to my Twitter.
This man just said
a tweet thread about wet dream I had focusing on Colonel Sanders.
Jesus.
It's called Kentucky Fried Chicken.
This nerd with a fucking knife has said, "Now this is fighting to me." Have you noticed how many times he's managed to hit me?
I think that's why he's enjoying it. He's like, this feels consequence free.
How does it feel to know death is near?
It's just, death is near. Well, it's good to know your death is near. I should rest and meditate on what you've learned. Now let me chop your fucking head off. This is the common belt gang, because they all have the same white common belt on. I wonder if you wear... Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hey, Pat, want to join my gang? We all wear belts. That's the thing that distinguishes our gang. Doesn't that sound cool?
Actually,
what sort of belt? It's a normal belt. Any normal belt will do.
I accidentally touched a trapped door.
Whatever you say, dear.
Fuck. No, yeah, I'm dead.
You're terrible with these trapped doors.
Oh my god, I'm all the way back here? There was literally a Centurion past that door. Alright, it's speedrun tactics time.
Yeah, maybe don't spend 5 years letting each NPC wail on you.
You will die where you stand.
Oh god, I'm at like no fatigue. I'm just gonna have to let it level up a bit.
You're bested.
You see how this pit was pathetic? It's no fatigue. Dude, you're bested, and then I hit him so hard he flew across the room and died. my athletics has leveled up. There was something I liked looting this. Oh, right, it's randomized. An emerald. Yeah, I'll fucking take that shit. I love a good gemstone. Now then, I find myself in the ancient lands of the Dwemer. Their technology imposing, their lineage ferocious, yet they fell. Why, you ask? Well, they have their glowing lamps, they have their runic script, they have their great metal towers and depths, and their lava pipes. But you know what has never been uncovered? A single, I say to this you woman I'm being to, not a single Dwemer
escape me that easily.
Imperial Census Office has ever been uncovered. If you cannot trace and tax your populace, you too will be fated into obliteration when Craignarak tampers with the Horde of Lorcan. Now then, I say to you, take this knowledge with you.
Wait, either obliteration or ascension to godhood.
Take this with you. Take this with you to the loom of souls that you may be rewoven. Good day and thank you for the skill points.
I personally live in the belief that when we are all gods now, the fucking divine realms are crowded as hell. You have all like the 9 divines are up there and they're like, fucking remember when property values weren't insane?
Yeah, they're really hustling for rent. Yes, now
This'll be your blood.
Give me a good tickle.
Not mine.
That's the trapdoor.
Your blood here, not mine.
How do I... Should not be getting that.
This man cannot hit me. Oh, I block level up. Thank you. You're a good companion.
Now this is...
Ooh, sexy. Looking nice. That is a hot xenomorph.
Escape me that easily.
Charcoal. What is that? No, that's not charcoal. Anyway, very sexy. I hope y'all realize I'm talking about like actual xenomorph. There's no boobs or anything. Just very
I feel like if a xenomorph has boobs, it's almost less sexy.
I agree, 100%. Thank you for being a connoisseur.
Indeed. A morph of the other.
Appreciator of the
A
art.
Dwemer cylinder is inserted here. And there's a functioning machine. I wonder how vital is this cylinder? I feel it wasn't that important. We have to continue to work on it. Now, the foe is slewn upon the field. We make our way up here to the hall of the centrifuge, where it's spouting bits of steam and like all pill about. The Weeping Hall, the whatever hall, the weeping of the bells. Descent deeper, the churning. Heaven's gallery awaits. Here we find ourselves in an upper level, and others in a lower level. Now then, I'm going to drop it on. Hello there. Care to give me a tickle? I'm sorry, Courant Lior, but you were a 3-hit wonder. I'm glad there were sirens in the distance when I said that, because I should be arrested for that. A lake of lava and a broken bridge lie before me. Now then, what course of action yet awaits? Yes, the warm grates.
I want to do a Kickstarter to raise millions of dollars to film and produce a TV show, which is just like full real production values, really high tier shit. But Lee plays the main character in each episode, and the main character is just a different like action movie trope or profession. But Lee isn't given a script.
God.
There's just like the rest of the guys around him are like, you know, officer, you go stop the bank robbers.
Yes, one moment. I must first retrieve the halberd, just as our forebears.
Maybe like, halberd, dude, there's a fucking shotgun in your car.
Yes, well, we have to show these rebels what being Imperial is all about. Yeah, I know. There's a show with like that premise, isn't there? Or like.
I mean, the Orville, which is a Netflix show that came out recently, where there's a guest each episode who doesn't have the script for the episode, and it's sort of like an improv thing. I'm thinking completely different because this show is more about. That one has a very standard formula. I just want you to be weird and confused, mostly confused, because I feel like it'd be more weird.
The secret does seem to be hard work, yes, but it's also a kind of blind passion, an inspiration. That's the level 8 text. Why do they have the, like, who was like, hey, we're going to need a unique text every time we level up? And someone had to go do it. Also, this guy here, Ubren Kirbatha, this isn't randomly generated or anything. They had to give every single fucking bandit a name. Like, that was someone's job. I mean, among many other jobs. A responsibility someone doing lots of other work had to do.
Yeah, that's the thing about Morrowind. There's a lot of stuff which, like, they clearly put a lot of effort into that I genuinely think they could have just not, and they put the effort anywhere else, and the game would have been better.
Oh, oops, I tried to read this.
Like, there's a lot of excuses that can be made for it because it's old and it was made very quickly. But, like, did they need to name every random bandit? Nah, I don't think the game would have been considered worse by anyone.
Oh, hello, a ghost. Oh my. I'm sorry. Are you sure you don't want to be friends here, Mr. Ghost? Maybe I can chime with the voice of the Emperor. Yes, let's be friends. Oh, well. I suppose I'll have to send you to the afterlife, little boy. Ah, I see this dwarven spectre has come to join their fellow, yes. Let me shepherd you on to the graveyard of Empire. Don't worry. The world is in capable Uriel Septim hands. Now then, my good friend Icicle has sent you to an icy grave. I hope you appreciate it. Because just like you, a Centurion! Now to put you on ice, like a companion. So yeah, that died in 2 hits. Do you find yourself satisfied, Max?
Wait, what are the bigger ones called?
I don't know. There's some ghosts.
Fucking with me.
Are they Legionnaires? Sentinels?
Yeah, fighting against me.
Because that's what I was thinking of when I said Legionnaires.
Then we're gonna have a charge Mr. Silvered and bid you the job farewell. Send you into the next life and take of thy ectoplasms. Farewell. Bro, I got so much fucking ectoplasms in this place. So much ectopussy, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Yo, I just found some raw glass. It's like all the rage in Kale. Just sprinkle a little raw glass in there.
In Kale?
Yeah. That's a little crunch.
What?
Yeah. Everyone's doing it. It's just like asparagus water.
Oh, a steam centurion. That's what I mean. There should be one around.
We will see if their centurions can stand against the might of an imperial centurion. Ah.
I see your Imperial Senate is as large as mine. Yes.
Ah, yes. Bloated.
What?
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 Now then, with my icicle recharged, I am ready to come round this corner. So too shall I activate my animate mighty blows. They come to too. Come to blows. Ah. Now you see, if I had the means to engage in telekinesis, I could open that door from afar and trigger the trap without getting damaged. But I don't. So instead I'm going to go to the deep passage.
Can you just get some
Did I just get some what?
probes?
I had a probe and then it broke.
Can you just buy more?
I'll have you know that I am supposed to be gaining wealth, not throwing it around frivolously. One could buy every manner of...
Yeah, how dare you frivolously use wealth until that opens doors and chests.
I think we'll find.
They have a go ahead, buy more fucking Flynn and Sujama. You drunkard.
Ah. Oh my, it seems that I have met a strange little friend here. The fun little face.
Aha, here's what I wanted to fight.
How about you, you Mechazord motherfucker? Nice ass. What's your pronouns?
Wow, their death animation is awful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the same death animation all the two-legged creatures have. Now, I cannot seem to reach this area above me. Is it worth? Is it worth a... Oh, wait, no, I could walk up here. I'm not gonna waste a ride. Oh. Hello there, little spider bots. Hello. Don't mind me. I have an arrow.
Just trying to jump up this dirt wall.
Yes, I'm just engaged in what is known as a scaling technique. Much like the
Very
level scaled here. Yes, you know, I fancy myself a sapper, and the saps tend to fall for me. Walls as well. Now then, perhaps if I was stronger, I would jump higher. Aha. There's something to it. There's something to it. Oh. Now, I have 0% chance to cast Strong Levitate, but I will proceed to spend all of my magic on it anyway. Yeah, I don't have any means of fucking flying other than wasting a scroll. No, a potion. You know what? That other fucker had a rising force on him too. Glug 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 glug. Yeah, I got two. I mean, it's fine. I ascend now that a rising force in me imbued from the potion, and I see that there was absolutely nothing up here but this one spider bot that I've already killed and had no loot.
Ah, the French.
Ah, chest. A heavy Dwemer chest with an emerald and a dwarven claymore. My goodness. I have to find something to fucking drop, I tell you what.
Alright, while you're working that out, I'm gonna work out where to drop my body into bed.
Probably the middle, with my head towards the pillow.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is pretty lately.
Yeah, I was gonna wrap this up at like 12:30.
I'm dipping.
Yeah, alright.
Farewell.
Farewell.
It is wonderful. Anyway, see you, Max.
Yes. Now then, farewell and go the Emperor's Light of Talos. I will be raiding to Spirit Scribe, why not? They're playing some Minecraft. Fare thee well.